Hey, hi. Things are gonna look a little different, but... Okay. Not two sounds. Hi. So, look, everything is somewhat back, thankfully. Either the RAM cards I put in or my external SD, one of them died during the power outages. Don't know which one. Neither are plugged in right now. So, why? Because I couldn't, I know, I'm on the other side too. I couldn't find, any of the old files I had for my original setup. So I'm like, okay, what do I have on my computer that wasn't on my SSD card? So I had this old one. So we're using this. And then we'll see if I like it, and eventually I'll probably find my old stuff again. Yeah, so new commands. Someone go ahead and do exclamation pet Sawa. And that should work. Also, hi everyone, hi. The avatars are bigger? Wait, are they really bigger? Too big? Oh, they're on the way. They're on the way. Okay. It's not Tetra White yet. It's so bright. I'm sorry. We'll get back to gothiness later. Oh, hold on. Sawa, why are you... Hold on. That's not right. Counter. Pet Sawa. Commands. Pet Sawa should be counting... Nope. Okay, hold on. Okay, stop petting Sawa. Okay, should be that. Okay. Now try petting Sawa. Now it should work. Yep, there's a badass counter, and there's a pet Sawa counter now, too. Cookie, hi! You got sheep. Okay, there we go. Now the pet Sawa counter is working. Good. Let me go back to my screen now. Amazing, love it. The voice acting in Trial 4, some of your favorite voice acting lines? They all killed it? I'm scared. I'm so scared. Yeah, so chat's gonna be really kind of slow, so I may not be able to respond really fast. If you see someone come in here and spoil something for chapter 4, spam the heck out of any emote. Just spam that, spam pet Sawa, spam anything. Don't let me see it, okay? And of course my mods will take care of anything. This trial is scary. Yeah, in fact, don't even bother. I think I already got the gist of it. I'm gonna be sad. JJ, hi. Ring, hi. Evan. Okay. So last week we left off on Suno dying, and then I took a Tetro character quiz thing and said, hey, you're Suno, so rip me too. I caught on to Tetro. I've caught on to Tetro is sad, yeah. You miss already? Same. Remoldy, hi. So here's what I think. Just spitballing real quick before we start this. Cute! You like the pixel sprites? Thank you. Lila gets executed by slapping because you guys slapped the heck out of her. That'd be great. You go after dinner? All right, see, go eat food. Go eat food. So the way the 2 deaths were kind of done, so Kamimura was highly intentional, I'm going to assume, based on the level of gore, which also you guys told me the blood was red, and yeah. I'm like, what do you mean there's red blood in this? You have a bunch of stuff. Copy pasted, ready for spoilers? Amazing. That's perfect. You got Watari on the Tetro quiz? Awesome. I was hoping I was going to get Watari, but I didn't. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, so Kamimura's death was kind of, like, super intentional. Like, someone, like, really planned and did a lot to it versus, Sue's death was, like, a trap that I guess she just kind of triggered and died. So, unless that was the person who planned Kamimura's death was hiding something where they were going, which I don't really remember. I think this could be 2 different people. I think someone could have set up a trap, and that's what got Suno. And then, or, you know, the person who killed Kamimura set up the trap to hide something. Would be interesting if there's 2 killers. Yeah. Oh, not me. Okay, I'm like, wait. CM, you're my mod. I was like, wait, what do you mean you're quitting? I was like, what time to tell me? But I wasn't. Okay, so that was okay. Sorry, scared me for a second there. I'm like, wait, no, CM, please stay. You're gonna take a break from the live streams? Okay, yeah, no problem. That's okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. I understand. Ba 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 ba. All right, so are we good? We're good? Okay. So, let's get started. Also, tell me the sound is, because again, I had to change my sound up a bit. Again.
What?
Cause...
What the hell happened? Fuck!
Suno!
Go get everyone!
No. What the hell?
Manami!
Stop! Are you fucking crazy?
Huh?
If there's one trap, there could be more traps.
Oh, trap?
Look at her.
Then
there could be traps anywhere.
No way.
how are we supposed to investigate?
Shut up!
Okay.
Shut up.
Someone help a lot.
Admittedly a bit
Yeah,
confused, though. How does a double murder even work here? Are there 2 killers?
What? No way! It has to be the same person!
Yeah, Wada's
Says
broken,
who?
and
Ask during the trial. We don't have time for this shit. We have to investigate a whole second body.
Can we give Wada a hug? I know, right?
She's not dead. She's not dead.
Wada, snap the hell out of it.
I don't think he can, mine.
She can't be dead.
She is dead. Move.
So it's the first death on the right side of the screen. She is. That left side's
Yanagi,
so
you stay.
empty.
The rest of you... Fuck, what are we gonna do? Any of these rooms could be trapped.
Then what? Do we just stop investigating?
Okay.
It's not a
You and
fun
Hama
fact,
investigated the
Wada.
art room yet. Not the art supply room, the art room.
No. Not yet.
Okay, you 2, go investigate that, since we already know it's safe. Everyone else,
Dibs on hugging Wada.
don't go into any rooms we haven't already been in.
So you really do just want us to stop investigating?
We don't really have a choice. Everyone fuck off. I'll handle the body. Go. You 2.
I'll just
Wada.
carry Wada. It's okay. Relax, the boy's traumatized. I know, right?
I can't believe.
Then just
So,
close your
Wada's
eyes or something.
alone. Hama's alone. Ken's now alone.
All right, let's not waste
Oh,
time.
jeez, look
I
at
wanna
his poor
figure out
little
what the hell
sprite.
happened here.
What even is that?
That's what we're gonna figure out.
Jesus.
Wada, I need to know exactly what happened.
I don't think he knows my...
Wada.
All she did was open the door.
And
Wada
the
needs a
stakes just
break?
swung down?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, good to know. We need to get this thing out of the way so we
Oh,
can
red
actually
blood on
look at
his
the
face,
mechanism.
too.
How?
We can probably just push it back, but we'd have to move Suno first. So let's finish investigating the body before we do anything else.
Still has blood on his
At
face.
the
I
very
know,
least,
I know.
it's clear how she died.
Yeah, no doubt about that, but... God, these wounds are deep.
The stakes are fairly sizable.
No kidding. I'm not seeing any other injuries. That's about what we expected, so... Yeah, we can move her. We're not gonna
Alright,
find
bye,
much. We
Vaughn.
know the killer didn't tamper with her body or anything.
Please be careful.
Oh, good. The squishy sound.
I'm just
the
gonna
squishy
put her
sound.
over here for now.
That's fine.
Oh, boy.
Now back up. I'm gonna move the trap so we can go inside.
Please be careful.
Alright, Shigeki, in. This thing's really heavy.
Right.
Okay, let's see what we've got.
Is it safe to assume
poison
the
set
door
the trap?
opening is what triggered the trap?
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty safe bet. I'm just not sure how.
I'm not seeing very much of a mechanism up there.
It's a
yummy
high door, too.
squishes.
I wonder if they brought the ladder in here.
It would have been easy. The second ladder is just across the hall.
Which way does the door open?
Outwards, towards the hall.
Did we have to
Right.
carry water for this?
Okay, so she opened the door outwards, and that made the spike plate swing
Like-
down. I get that, I just don't get how.
My, look.
Huh?
What's that?
Oh.
Huh. There's a string.
I just feel
I'm
like...
assuming that has
bringing
something to
water
do with
to
the
this part.
mechanism.
Probably.
Alright, bye, Sam.
Let me get a closer look at it.
Please be careful. We don't know if there are any other traps in here.
It's not like this one was exactly well hidden. If there's another one, I'm sure we'll spot it. Just be careful with the doors.
You're not being yourself today.
You got hot
Oh,
on that?
sorry if I'm
Nice.
acting a little weird about the fact that
Ozzy,
2
hey.
people just died.
It's gotta be someone tall.
Hey, sorry.
As Oshima walks
don't
in.
wanna interrupt
No,
anything, but
he did not.
do you mind if we come check out the wood shop while you work?
Go ahead. I think we're done in here anyway. There's still a little bit of poking around I want to do.
Again, if it's
Shigeki.
not Okinawa,
Right.
Come on.
not Okinawa, Okazaki. I'm not really sure who it's
When
gonna
did we
be.
lose Hasagawa?
I think he left with everyone else. I hope he's okay, though.
There's a quiz?
What
yeah,
about
yeah,
you?
yeah. I know it's on
Are
the
you alright?
the Tetro
We can talk
Discord.
about it after the trial. I want to get this figured out first.
What are we looking for? I mean, Shigeki and Mai already found the saw downstairs in Masanari's room, right?
What?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. What the hell is that about, Wada?
What are you even talking
Oh,
about?
good. Want to clean his face off?
Shigeki
That's
and
good.
Mai found a saw in your room.
Plus, that note in Hasagawa's room.
I swear, I have no idea what
What,
you're
is it
talking
more
about.
flashbacks? Yeah.
What saw? What?
And
notes?
he's gonna get. And
We
he's
don't
gonna
know
get
all that
a.
much about it ourselves, to be honest.
What do you call it?
You should ask Hayashi.
He's getting
What?
set up for this trial too.
We're definitely missing a saw. Look. There's supposed to be one right there, yeah?
Definitely. There's a hook for it and
Yeah,
everything.
explain
Is
yourself.
there anything else missing from in here?
I mean, I can't really say. I didn't
I am
see
on
what it
the,
looked like before.
Official Tetro.
I just know that,
Tetro
though.
Discord.
Oh god.
I don't
You
go into
alright?
too many of the things
Just
because I'm trying to avoid spoilers.
Saw Suno for a second.
But I
there.
can usually post
Don't
under
look. I need you
discussion
focused.
or art.
You didn't even like her. What are you so upset about?
Once I'm
What?
fully caught up, though,
Of course he liked her.
Yeah, what are you even talking about?
then yeah,
With
I'm
how
gonna be
you
everywhere.
talk to her all the time? How you were never grateful for anything she's done for you? Yeah, you just loved her.
Ooh, Wada, are you fighting back?
The hell did I do to him?
Did
What do
you
you mean, what'd you
seriously
do?
already forget? Just give him some space.
Either way, I'm not seeing anything in here.
Tetracord?
Honestly, I'm starting to get kind of nervous. We're running out of time. We have 2 bodies and we haven't found anything.
I'm confused about how this is even going to
It's like
work.
Wada's gonna snap and make a
If
third
there's
body
2
soon.
deaths, do we have 2 trials? Are there 2 killers?
Does it matter? We can't investigate anymore
The
either
third
way.
trial
I
released
already
the same
won.
day, so I reacted.
Don't
after-
talk like
Wait,
that.
really?
We're not just
Oh,
gonna
sorry, 'cause
lay
it was
down and
Friday.
die.
Oh, that's cool.
But we can't do anything.
Let's just finish up in here and see what we can find.
On the plus
Right.
side, Ojima is totally here now for the investigation. That's nice.
Come on. There has to be something.
Wow.
Oh no!
What are you?
Shut up!
Okazaki, you should
Okazaki,
leave.
Stay.
Please. No,
over
not stay.
there.
Yeah.
I mean it.
You seem somewhat tense.
Okazaki.
God.
I
I swear, there's like a third body discovery monster.
And I'll hurt you.
I find that hard to believe.
Okazaki, I'm serious.
Where did you get that?
It's none of your business. Leave me.
Wait, Wada, do you have a knife?
Are you going to hurt me, Wada?
I will, if I have to.
Do it.
I will.
I don't think you have the nerve to do that.
I will.
Do
I
it.
simply want to investigate.
Go away. I will
Wada's nothing left to
investigate
lose.
here.
But
Wada
we're
can
meant to
do
be
this.
Investigating in pairs, aren't we? I'd like to.
I told you to stay over there.
Oh no, it's new sprite. New sprites are always scary.
I can't say I'm a fan of this behavior from you, but
Get her,
it's a
Wada,
little
get her.
funny to see you in such a state, standing over the same bloodstain you made the last time we talked. You really did make a mess of this place, Wada. Have some manners. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to walk
Okazaki's
past
last
you,
words are
because
gonna be
I'd
like, "What are you gonna do,
investigate.
Wada? Stab
I'd
me?"
rather you didn't give me
As it
any
like,
trouble.
bomb, bomb, bomb. Body has been discovered.
Now,
Okazaki,
It's been stabbed.
seriously. I don't want to hurt you.
then don't.
Then stay there.
I really don't think you...
Wait, Wada,
Wada?
did you?
Wait, no.
Wada, did...
Oh my gosh, you did it! You did it!
I wasn't.
I'm bleeding.
You wouldn't stop.
Are you trying to kill me?
This is why I can't be at these death games. It's just me in the corner just cheerleading like, Wada, stab him, stab her, and then Wada does. And I'm like, wait, does that count for me to be the murderer? So I told Wada to stab her?
I told you to stop.
Wada, what's... Okazaki?
What the hell?
What happened?
You stabbed me.
Yanagi, run her down to medbay. Help her.
Stabbed me.
This is so not gonna be good in the trial.
Do you
You'd be
want to
like-
tell me what the fuck?
God, he just wiped the blood off his face too. Why do you feel bad for Okazaki? I mean, she did get stabbed. She was asking for it, but she did get stabbed.
Can we shut the door?
Probably a good idea.
Like, if I don't think what
Yeah.
happened to Kamimura
I just-
and Tsuno,
I
this
don't
is a
want to
fun
look at
trial.
that shit right now.
What
and
did
I'm going to do my best
Hayashi
to
even
laugh
find?
at things.
I-
And not think about anything else too hard.
They cut his tongue out.
What?
Yeah. They cut his stomach open too. He was just...
What is getting a lot of
There
traumatized
were a lot of
sprites?
wounds.
Oh, gosh.
They would have had to bring him through the art room to get to the supply room, right? And, I mean, if he was already bleeding, there'd be blood everywhere, right? So, does that mean they cut him open once he was already in there?
Probably. But... couldn't they just have cleaned up the blood?
Yeah, it's like if someone with a knife says back off, I'm gonna
Hama,
stab you.
You just
and you
gave me a
don't back off? Like,
fantastic
get
idea.
stabbed.
Huh?
Lupital!
Luminol.
Luminol?
Luminol!
For what?
Well, for the blood! To see if they left any behind.
How do we even use it?
I think we just do something like this.
Kamimura got set good. No.
Huh.
Looks like we've got some digging to do.
What the hell is this?
It's a blood streak.
Then... he was already bleeding when he got
Oh,
here?
hurt me. Hi.
Someone tracked blood out on the way out.
Huh.
It's kind of clumsy to track blood all over the art room like that.
Kind of hard not to with
What,
that much
Thomas?
blood
Screen time?
everywhere. I'm surprised we didn't see anyone with blood on them.
That's a good point, actually. With that much blood,
Tiring
shouldn't
already.
someone be covered? I mean, it's not like they had a ton of time to clean up.
Attention, students. The
Oh, investigation time?
allocated for your investigation
Okay,
has
trial,
ended.
trial.
Please report to the trial elevator immediately. Your trial will begin shortly.
Already?
But we barely found anything.
Yeah, we didn't get to
Nobody
investigate
found anything.
Suno at all.
How is this fair at all?
Come on. We don't have a choice. Let's just go.
But Hama, we don't have enough. We're not going to be able to figure it out, and then we're gonna.
We'll handle it.
Trial time.
I promise. Come on.
Floorboards, that's a cool name. Time to lock in? Okay. Well,
Where is everyone?
I have no idea.
Okazaki's still
What's going on?
kind of my number
There
one,
aren't too many people
you did
left to
it
gather.
list.
Well, yeah. But we're missing a few.
But now there's 2 deaths, so
Wada,
I don't know if it's 2 murders or
Okazaki,
not.
Watari,
2
Hama,
killers.
Yanagi,
Fiend
Okazaki.
Monster, hey!
Sorry for the wait. We had a bit of an incident.
What the hell?
I'm alright.
What happened?
I got a little stabbed.
What?
Stabbed? Who stabbed you?
Wada.
Seriously?
She'll make it to the trial. She's
Like,
just
just a little
rushy.
stab.
Hanano,
Hello.
you're covered in blood.
Because she got stabbed.
And it's wearing all
What?
I
white.
got stabbed.
She got stabbed.
You got stabbed?
We're
Hey
taking
guys, I
too
think she
long.
got stabbed.
Where are...
You!
My.
Who the fuck do you think you are pulling that kind of shit on someone half your size?
My. Put her down.
You don't know what she did! Let's get this over with.
Oh, Maya's gonna kill Okazaki. Spoiler alert, she got stabbed. Might get her. My Angie. To be fair, me too. 28 stab wounds. Yeah, stab 27 more times, Anna.
Okay, before we start any
Oh, I
sort of discussion,
Oh
there's
no,
one thing I want to sort out right
Let's
away.
look at them. Let's look at them. So we got Suno with the skewer thingies and blood out Kamimura's mouth. No. No. She's wondering she thought she wasn't stabbed. This is a little God.
Is it the fact that Hanono got stabbed?
No, it's the double murder.
background.
2 people got killed, right?
Kiva Sprite
that
got
means
updated
we
too.
could
Yeah, that sure is
potentially
extra
have
bloody.
2 killers. So then what? Do
Sawa
we
bite.
die no matter what? We can
Still
only
pet
vote
Sawa.
one person.
That's honestly a good question. Monomoko?
In the event that 2 students commit 2 separate murders during the
Oh,
same
yeah,
case
Ninios.
period,
Okay.
the second murder will be disregarded,
Disregarded?
discounted. Only the first blackened will be eligible for escape. The
I
second
hope it's the
blackened
second
will be
person.
considered innocent.
I hope it's the second person.
So
Look at
we'd only have
Harada.
to
I
figure out
know.
who
I don't
killed
want to look at
Kamimura.
Harada.
That is correct.
And then what? The second killer just gets to stick around?
That is correct.
But that's so messed up.
Regardless,
Not that I want this to happen, but what if Okazaki, I have to think so hard to say her name right. What if she only killed Suno? What if that was her trap that killed Suno? That I guess was maybe meant for Wada? Because, like, what? This is like Wada height for his face, right? And what if she sticks around for next chapter? That'd be messed up. But then that would mean someone was super cruel to Kamimura. And currently we just know Okazaki has a thing hating little people, so like short people.
that is how the situation would be handled.
Who picks
to
up
know.
Kamimura? Oh.
So anyways, back to what you were saying about Okazaki being stabbed.
Yeah, that.
Kamimura
Wada
set the trap,
stabbed
maybe?
Hanano.
I mean, frankly, I think it's
He
pretty
was
clear
like
that Wada
too
did
cold
this entire
and
thing.
I don't think he could.
What?
Yeah, you just stabbed Okazaki. What were you trying to do?
Being such a kid must be so embarrassing.
I was trying to kill her. It was an accident.
It wasn't an accident. You told me you were going to stab me, then you stabbed me.
You... that's not fair.
I don't think it gets more intentional than that.
Don't even.
I think Okazaki made Wada stab her on purpose. Just so she'd have more of a, oh, Wada's dangerous, and then, you know, set up Wada with the saw and the note and stuff.
Fucking start. You know what you did.
Well, I don't know what she did, so can we actually say what she
thinking.
did instead of just dancing around it?
She beat the shit out of Wada.
What?
She...
Okazaki short phobic? Yeah,
She broke his
clearly.
fucking ribs. She tried to fucking kill him. If he stabbed her, she deserved it.
Wada, what is she talking about? What did you tell her?
What? No,
I
wait.
didn't. I didn't.
Leave
Wait.
her alone. I'm serious. Stop.
I
Yanagi
just want to know what he
knew,
told Hayashi,
right?
since I really don't know what he's
Yanagi
talking
saw the
about.
bruises before, I
Yes, you
think.
do, Hanano.
Letting yourself get stabbed is
Hanano,
dedication?
What are they talking about?
Well,
You caught him alone in the computer lab and you kicked the shit out of him.
I didn't.
I mean, why else would he stab her, though?
She
Playing
did
dumb is
lock him in a
crazy.
bathroom, right?
And the server room.
So, I mean,
It's
it's on brand for her.
I've seen the bruises.
Okay, yeah.
She hurt him.
I didn't.
Is that your only defense?
Okay, I was like, Ojima
He stabbed her
knows.
because she was a fucking threat to him. I'd have stabbed her too if it had been me.
So, it's okay to attempt to murder me just because you find me threatening.
You tried to kill him.
I didn't. Regardless of whether or not I hurt him, I never tried to kill him.
Just tried to
Kicking someone
maim
to
him.
death? That seems kind of ridiculous.
Why would you attack him?
Huh?
He was a member of the staff. He's my friend. You're my friend. Why would you? Hanano, I told you to just... to leave
You know
him
what? Yeah, this was supposed to
alone.
be
You
Okazaki
told me that
Make
after
Friends
I visited
Day.
Wada, though.
So then you
Okazaki
admit
did the
you kicked
worst
crap out
job
of her.
ever. I've seen
Visited.
at that.
I said I visited.
Why is this the hill you want to die on? Nobody even believes you.
Okay, ignoring whatever the hell Okazaki is saying, can we all agree that she attacked Wada?
There's a blood stain in the computer lab to prove it. I believe him.
I believe him too.
I believe him.
I believe him as well. I actually treated his injuries at the time. I
There you go. Good,
confirmed his
Yanagi.
ribs
Good,
were
good.
fractured.
Why didn't any of you say anything? Why didn't Wada say anything?
Okazaki told me not to.
Hanano! I don't care! I don't care that you were experimenting or trying
She was
to
by
figure
just
something
chilling in
out
the
or
corner.
testing something. I don't care. Leave him
I
alone.
love like flowers or something on my
Seriously.
screen.
This is an
what?
order from
We're
the
not there.
headmaster.
Right.
So we can establish that Wada was acting in self-defense then.
That doesn't
Not that I
necessarily
think there's a
mean he's
mastermind,
innocent,
but
though.
how funny
I
would it be
think we
if
should
Wada was
talk
the
about the
mastermind at the end of
note.
this?
Hold on. I don't know anything about that note. I want to know what it
Toxic
says just as
Fury
much as
divorce.
anyone else does.
Note? What note?
We found a note from Wada in Hasegawa's room.
I never got any note. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
So, you don't know what they're talking about either? I never wrote a note.
What does the note even say?
Yada yada, something about how if Hasegawa
Wada,
didn't kill
quick, tell everyone that you
Okazaki,
came in
Wada would
right.
kill Kamimura. It was super fake. Evidenced by the fact that neither of them know what the hell I'm talking about.
Is it even
I
a
would
mastermind?
never
I
write
doubt.
that.
I don't think so.
I never saw it, so
I
even if you
mean,
did write
clearly
it,
it's run by the
I mean,
Khan and
Wada wouldn't kill Suno, though.
the other doctor
Right?
scientist people I don't like.
I find it kind of hard to believe he could even overpower Kamimura.
Anyone could overpower Kamimura.
Wow.
He's
Okay,
weak.
Tamba.
He's kind of known for it.
Shut up.
Huh?
Yeah, Ken is right there. Tamba.
He wasn't weak.
Can I see the note?
Here.
Why doesn't know how to
This
spell?
definitely isn't my printing. I didn't write this.
And it's definitely handwritten? They didn't just type it up and print it out?
No, it's for sure handwritten. But I'm not the one who hand wrote it.
Then who did?
Obviously someone trying to frame him.
Hold on.
Terribly.
I'm not sold yet.
You're
What about the saw?
Hideraki.
I still don't even know what you're talking about. I haven't been in my room since this morning. I haven't seen any of this stuff.
We did find a saw in Wada's room, admittedly.
God, you know how funny it would be if there was poison on the saw?
There was blood on it.
I'd be so
Unless the killer's
happy for
getting blood
Tamba
from
if there was
somewhere
poison
else,
on that
It's probably
saw.
safe to assume that's the murder weapon.
For no good reason.
Saw.
Then how'd you end up with a saw in your room?
I have no idea. But even if it had been me, I would have never just left a saw in my room like that. I searched dorms with Suno when Isuno died. I know they get searched. So why would I just leave evidence out in the open like that? You'd definitely find it.
Yeah.
I guess that checks out. Not exactly airtight, but plausible at the very least.
Hold on a minute. I'm not ready to move off of Wada yet.
Oh no,
This
really,
is
Tamba?
all just way too
Really?
weird. The note, the saw, plus he was the only one who saw Suno die? I'm calling bull. He's gotta be involved somehow.
I would never hurt Suno.
We've been over this so
This is your
many
favorite
times
trial? Oh,
now.
that's cool.
That's not a defense.
But I
So
wouldn't.
Tamba
I
would
swear
pop
I
off. There was
wouldn't
poison on
hurt
the
her.
saw.
I wouldn't hurt Suno.
Whoa. Okay. Breathe, kid.
But you're accusing me of
Again,
something I
not that I
didn't
want
do.
Tamba to die, but God, it'd be so
didn't
great
hurt
if
her.
next
I would never do
chapter
that.
Tamba
I
got
believe
poisoned.
You, for sure. We just gotta
Not even
clear
like
your name first,
terminal
though.
death
so breathe for a
poison, just
minute
like
and
food
just
poisoning.
tell the truth.
Right.
Did you find anything else in his room?
The key?
Oh, right, yeah, this one's kind of weird. We found another room
Tamba's
key.
fault. She was born kind of stupid.
What? How?
It's not a regular room key, though. Here, take a look.
Why is it blue?
Why is it plastic?
That's not plastic. It's resin.
He's
Oh,
right.
3D printed key?
That's the resin we've got in the 3D printer.
3D printer? We've got a 3D printer?
What even is that?
Exactly what it sounds like, Tamba.
It's
in
a
3D.
printer you use to print 3D objects. Like this. Someone printed it.
What does it even unlock?
Well, from our experience, Kamimura's bedroom door.
What?
Someone cloned his key?
Oh,
Wait, but the 3D printer isn't even working. I've been trying to make it run for, what, a couple days now? It was broken.
Then
someone
why
broke
was the
it.
printed key in your
someone
room?
made the key and then
I
broke it
honestly-
after. So they were planning
honestly
killing
don't
Kamimura
know.
for a while.
I swear I don't know.
So what did they use it for anyway? Breaking into Kamimura's room?
Could Kazutoshi have printed it himself? I mean, he was having trouble
Huh,
getting into
okay.
his room earlier, right?
Whoever
Respect
printed it
Tamba,
would have
the
needed a
tribading
copy of his
strategy?
room key to model it off of. It's possible, but, I mean, nobody else had his key.
Saki comes back to life, claims the murder for and
He
gets
was
executed
missing
again.
for like all of yesterday.
Does that mean someone stole it?
I mean, if they wanted to copy his key, that would make sense.
Wouldn't be the first time that something in here has gone spontaneously missing.
Using the 30 per is
No
not like
kidding.
super easy,
So
right?
you think they swiped his key?
So the one
and
Brain
plugged
Cell
it in the
Club
3D
didn't
printer?
do
But
this.
I couldn't have done that. I was in my room all day. I didn't see Kamimura at all.
That checks out. I was with Kazutoshi. We didn't see Wada at all.
Then let's hear your whole alibi.
Huh?
If nobody saw you, I want to know your full alibi.
Or when?
Yesterday, when his key went missing.
I was in my room.
That's not an alibi.
It's where I was.
Well, what about this morning? They killed him this morning, right? So where were you?
In my room.
Well, no.
But you know, it's not really like.
Came
I
out
know
for a
this is we
sec,
joke
right?
about it.
For breakfast.
It's not really a bad thing to just be
Oh,
like, hey, here's all the options.
Yeah, I did.
And here come the holes in your story.
No, I just forgot. I went to the kitchen for breakfast and then I went straight back to my room.
Straight back?
I mean, I went to the bathroom on my way back, but that was it.
Did you go to the bathroom? Or did you go to Kamimura's room?
I went to the bathroom. I swear I did.
He did. I can confirm. I was patrolling. I saw
Oh
him
my
go
god!
in.
I was like, oh,
Jan
Kazaki, if
also
you fall and
confirmed.
wanted to the bathroom,
Why
no.
can you confirm?
I was right outside.
What?
He didn't want fucking Okazaki messing with him again, so I waited outside. It's not
Aw.
that big of a deal. I was just helping out.
Seriously? You need him to wait outside the bathroom for you?
Why are you so invested in
People
it?
ship Wada and
Weirdo.
Hama, right?
I'm not.
Because this feels very
I'm
like
mocking him.
a high
God.
school,
Well,
like manga
either way,
book, like
we can
romance
be
thing.
sure he just went to the bathroom and went back to his room, right?
I mean, I guess. 2 witnesses? I guess that makes it a pretty solid alibi.
Hama's being a bro.
And it can't be Wada, right? Since he has an alibi for the time Kamimura should have been getting murdered.
You're sure he went back to his room, though? He didn't go kill Kamimura and drag him upstairs to the art supply room?
Actually,
It's
hold
called
on.
Wama. It's your favorite
How did
ship.
Kazutoshi even get up to the art room in the first place?
What do you mean?
Well, like, did he walk?
Wasn't he already dead?
Was he?
Yeah,
No
it's
way.
super popular.
He
in
definitely
space.
died in the art supply room.
What makes you so sure?
I mean, aside from the fact that we had signs of struggle in his room, there was way too much blood in the art supply room to think he could have died anywhere else.
We did find a knife in his room, though.
You ship
A bloody one.
Yanagi and Wada?
Wait, okay,
Cute.
so let's say they brought him up to the art supply room alive. How? Somebody should have seen him, right?
What did they?
See, I want
covered him up
Watari
with
to have a
some sort of
girlfriend,
sheet?
but
Someone still would
I
have
like
seen
Mai and Yanagi.
What about a container of some
But I guess you could have Mai could
What,
have
like
both.
one of the big
You know.
plastic bins from the
Mai
storage
deserves
room?
a boyfriend
That
and a
would
girlfriend,
work.
yeah?
But we didn't find one of those anywhere.
I mean, either way, I don't know if Wada could even carry Kamimura up to the art supply room.
That's a good point, actually.
I mean, Kamimura's not that.
Mai has
heavy.
2 hands.
Well, Wada's
yeah.
not that strong.
Kazutoshi's really thin. I doubt he weighs much anyway.
Yeah, but if he was all wrapped up in a sheet or stuffed in a bin or something, I mean, he's taller than
Wada
Wada,
and restraining
right?
order against
It'd be a bit
Okazaki's your favorite
unwieldy.
ship? That's
He's not that
yeah.
much taller than him.
He's still bigger than Wada, though. Carrying around someone bigger
Mystic,
than you isn't
hey.
all that easy. Especially if you're carrying them up a flight of stairs.
Look,
Yeah.
I don't know if Wada's
Wada-
100%
there's no way Wada did
innocent
this.
or anything yet. But I don't think it's exactly productive to keep
Couldn't
focusing
Watari get together with
exclusively on
Okazaki or
him.
something?
He's got an alibi for the morning anyway, right? And
That
Watari's
one's
right.
gonna last very
There's
long.
no way he carried Kamimura up the stairs without getting spotted. I think we can put a pin in this.
Then maybe we should look on the other side of that note?
What?
Well, the note was meant to incriminate Wada, right? But Hasegawa's the only one who had access to his own room. He could have planted it there pretty easily. Not to
Okazaki
mention all
doesn't
the
deserve
access he had to
Watari,
Kamimura.
respectfully.
What?
You had access to Kamimura, right? I mean, you were always with him, weren't you?
What the hell are you saying?
I'm saying that we should turn our suspicions
Hamwad?
towards you.
Is that the other name for
That doesn't even make
Hawa?
sense. Why would
No.
I write a note that would incriminate
Hamwa?
myself?
No, I forgot it
If I
already.
left that
Damn
note
it.
in my room, it would make it look like I did something. Besides, the note said I had to kill you, right? So how would it even make sense for me to have killed Kazutoshi and Suno? That's stupid.
Either way, I'm grateful that you chose not to kill me, Hasegawa.
Wait, he just
Even
didn't
if
even see
Wada
the
feels
note.
differently.
I mean, if anyone could have gotten Kamimura's
Yanagi only
key,
has
though.
1 hand.
Are you serious?
He wouldn't do that.
This is getting really, really old. From this point on, I want to officially bar the use of "they'd never do that" or "I couldn't kill them" or anything like
No,
that. as
Hiraki's got a
defense.
point.
That's not a defense. Kamimura said it himself, right? So we should at least respect that during his trial. Plus, it's just annoying.
It's true.
He did have the quickest access to Toshi, though.
He could have pretty easily gotten into Kamimura's room.
Except that I couldn't, because we didn't have his key.
But there was the fake key, though, right?
Which someone cloned with the real key, which Hasegawa could have stolen pretty easily, since they're always together.
I wouldn't!
Don't. We're banning that, remember?
Plus,
I really think Ken would have done this.
you know more about Kamimura than anyone else, right? You're the only one here who knows about all his weird health stuff. You'd know his weak points.
Weak points? It's not like he's a final boss or something.
No, but like, you know what I mean. He'd know how to exploit them.
That would be
Wow,
seriously
Tomba.
messed up, though.
And you were in the library when he died, right, Hasegawa? Right across the hall?
Yeah, but the body screen
Uh-huh.
instant went off.
That's a pretty flimsy alibi.
Did anyone else see you there?
So here's my theory then. Hasegawa took Kamimura's key yesterday when they were alone together, which is all the time. and then copied it with a 3D printer. Hasegawa's bright, so I don't really believe that he wouldn't know how to get it working.
Okazaki's
even if
kind
Wada
of
said it was
feeling
broken.
like
He clones the key,
Celeste
gives
from,
Kamimura
like,
the real
Trigger
one,
Happy Havoc
and
right
uses
now.
the fake one to break into his room. He brings him upstairs,
Nerd
then he
boy.
kills him.
That's not.
Or maybe the key was just so he could get into
It's like,
Kamimura's
wow, you sure are
room again
talking a
later,
lot trying to make it
to
sound
tamper with
smart,
the crime
but
scene.
you're
I
being a
mean,
terrible
nobody
liar.
would think anything weird of Hasegawa and Kamimura walking down the hall together, right?
He points his
So maybe
crazy,
that's when he
yeah.
got Kamimura upstairs. They just walked together. Then he killed him.
I didn't do that. The last time I even saw him was at breakfast. I went and took a shower after that.
But even so, you still...
Stop talking like you know me. Or him, for that matter. You don't know shit about either of us.
Ken, stab her,
therapist.
stab her,
No,
stab her.
Okazaki, you're not. And you don't know anything about what happened. So stop making stupid guesses based on nothing.
But they're not based on nothing. They make sense.
I wouldn't hurt him. I would never do that.
Tisk tisk. We're not doing this again.
But I wouldn't. The fact that you even suggest that I would do something like target his weak points? What are you even talking about? I did more to protect him than any of you.
It's true.
I took a brand for him. Why are we looking at me and not the person who punished him in the decision game? Why are we looking
right,
at
Ken
me
has a good memory.
and not the people with
I'm
no
like,
alibis? We're wasting time. I didn't do it.
Jesus Christ, relax.
No.
No,
Hasegawa.
yeah.
Breathe.
Ken
If you're
screaming in
done with your little
lowercase.
outburst, I think it's worth noting that on top of everything else, you're the one who found the body. That's somewhat strange in and of itself.
Oh, wait, that's right.
Yeah, come on, Wada,
Hasegawa
defend
found the
Ken.
body.
Exactly.
No, Wada,
So
defend.
it couldn't have been him.
Yes, good boy.
Huh?
I mean, when you found the body, the announcement played. Right, Hasegawa?
Hiraki's down everybody.
That's right.
So he couldn't be guilty. The announcement doesn't play when the killer finds the body.
What? Says who?
Says basic common sense. If it played when the killer found the body, it wouldn't have played when Hama found Chiba, or when everyone found Isano. It would have played when
Yay.
they died, since the killer would have been right there.
So now we have the two obvious ones out the
then
way.
if
It wasn't
Hasegawa
Wada and it
found
wasn't
the
Ken.
body, he has to be innocent?
He has to be.
Monomoko, is that really how it works?
I'm afraid I'm not
Well,
at
that's
liberty
a good
to
point.
discuss the
Sorry.
mechanics of the body discovery announcement.
What? That's so unfair.
I meant to say thank you.
Tell us.
Thank you, Wada.
I will not.
We don't need
appreciate
it
your
to tell
help
us.
very
That's
much.
clearly how it works.
It does make sense.
Then he's innocent. You hear that? You're cleared.
I am?
Of Kamimura's death, at least. Suno's is still up in the air.
Well, we don't.
I discovered Suno's body.
So, at the very least, we know Hasegawa
Doesn't completely
didn't
exonerate
kill
him? I know, it
Toshi
just
and
only
Wada
halfway
didn't kill
exonerates
Suno.
him.
That's a start.
Not exactly a great start. Probably could have guessed that.
Nah, I knew they
But
were
I
both
believe in
innocent
Ken.
the whole time. We've pretty
I
much
want,
made
I want
no
Ken to be
progress.
alive
God.
at the end
What
of all
the
this.
hell? Why would somebody... He didn't do anything. Why would somebody... Why did it have to
Want a
be
battle
like
royale?
that?
Okay, gotcha.
What do you mean?
Why did they have to trash his room? Why did they have to cut out his tongue? Why did they have to try and hurt him as badly as they could? Why would somebody do that? He didn't do anything.
Monomoko's getting darker?
He didn't do anything.
Hey, yeah, hold on a minute. Can we talk about that? They cut out his tongue?
I'll admit I'm somewhat unfamiliar with the state of the body myself. I didn't actually see it.
I didn't see it either.
I'm pretty sure a bunch of us didn't see it. Can we talk about the body a bit? Everyone should be on the same page about what happened.
Yeah, sure.
After the
I can
battle
give you a
royale, I'll put
rundown.
some monodams so everyone gets
I
some
thought
mono
Hama and
coins.
Watari investigated the body.
They, required assistance.
The infernal energy coming out of that room was disrupting my arm's structural integrity. I couldn't investigate. Not my fault.
Yeah,
Huh?
the demon waves coming off of the body were making me itchy.
Yeah, I saw the whole...
The demon hand can't do the gruesome Kamimura murders, yeah? Right? Right?
whole thing.
Yeah.
Shut up. Point is, I investigated the body.
Then, could you tell us about it?
I mean, first and
I don't
foremost,
know, I feel like Demon Hand's gonna come into
point,
play
he was
soon.
decapitated. Shut up. They cut his head off and hid it in... Where did you say?
Under the shelf.
They shoved it under the shelf. When I actually took a look at it, though, he had a couple stab wounds to the face. Pretty small ones. Honestly, a lot of the stab wounds are pretty
Exclamation
small.
badass if you want
That
to do
lines
the
up with the
counter.
knife we found in Kamimura's room. It was a wood knife. You know, like for carving.
It's a rather small blade, but they definitely could have found it rather easily in the wood shop.
A few stab wounds to the face, mostly the cheek and around the eyes. No sign of blunt force trauma or any other damage to his actual head, but his tongue was missing. We never actually found it.
Oh my god. I'm gonna throw up.
Don't.
It doesn't get better from here.
Maybe you should stop.
Don't. Keep talking. It's important.
Huh. Look at you. Anyway, yeah, we never did find his tongue.
We're gonna find
Did
it
anybody
later.
else spot it?
Didn't find a thing.
Nor did I.
We didn't find it either.
Damn. No idea where it went then, but yeah. And there were more stab wounds on the rest of his body, all the same size.
I would, like,
I'm
dump all the
definitely
food
putting my
out.
money on that wood knife.
I know they
Where
shouldn't,
was
but like,
he? I know
like,
he was
no,
in
I'm
the
not
art
risking
supply
that.
room, but like, where?
He was tied to a chair in the middle of the room.
What? Ew.
That's the part that disturbs you?
It all disturbs me, but like, what the hell is the
Disparaging.
point? He wasn't exactly gonna run off.
They tied him up with a sweater and his hoodie. Not like that's exactly super secure either way. The sweater was around the middle of his torso, the hoodie was binding his hands behind his back, nothing securing his legs.
Yeah, but it's probably
Was that
really
all?
cold.
No other wounds?
So
Yeah, I wish. I noticed that the stab wounds went through his shirt, so I went to see if there
Oh,
were any
and you
ones
know
that
all
was
the
missing
stabbing.
underneath. Lifted his shirt, found a huge gaping wound in his stomach.
What?
Yeah, they gutted him. His abdomen was just open.
okay,
What?
we should warn
Guts
Ken.
coming
We should warn
Yeah,
Ken before he
that's what
say
open
things like
means.
this.
They cut him open. The wound was pretty grisly too. Definitely not clean, so they probably used the saw again. That one didn't go through his shirt. They...
Hold on.
Yeah.
Stop for a
Okay,
sec.
my.
Ken's not looking too good.
Yeah,
Asakawa?
my.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
We need to keep going. There's still more shit to talk about.
Can we like give Ken a break on this one?
We found a couple of other wounds on his inner
Makes you
thigh.
feel like you gotta go shower.
They didn't look very new though.
What kind of wounds?
Oh,
Wait,
let's not.
Just a bunch of
Yeah,
cuts.
yeah.
They were about mid-thigh,
we know what that
either
is.
leg. Not that big.
We don't have to tell
that's
people.
not. That's unrelated.
Yeah.
How would you know?
Just, can we move on?
We need to explore every possibility. Unless you have a reason why we
Ken's about to
shouldn't.
crash out.
Because it's
yeah.
private.
I mean, she does have a point though. We need to.
So what? He's a cutter?
What?
If the killer just tripped and stabbed 100
No,
times.
I'm serious. That's
I don't
what
think
you're
that's
getting
how
at,
that's gonna
right?
work.
He's a cutter. That's what they're from.
Hideraki.
Then it's
like we
completely
know.
unrelated, and we can move on. See how easy that was? Just say stuff. He's not even here to get mad at you.
Wait.
The-
So,
We already figured
Everyone
it
knows
out.
about your
We
note,
have zero
Hideraki,
reason
so
to
we're
get
not going to
sidetracked by
say
this.
that because we don't want
Hayashi,
it out
keep
that
going.
for you.
Right. Well, since he had a bunch of stab wounds going through his shirt, I wanted to see if they went through the hoodies too. We untied him and took a look.
Toimura got
intact.
drackled?
No holes.
so they must have already been off his body when the killer started stabbing him.
Then he was already tied up?
Probably, yeah. That's what it looked like to me, at least. They tied him up before they started stabbing.
So-
If they took his clothes off before they started attacking him, I'd say he was deaf.
So so the killer 3D printed the key, went to his room, I guess while he's sleeping, and dragged him out of his room. Or because he's missing his tongue, I'm thinking no, but you can still make sounds if you're missing your tongue. I think. I don't know. So I'm thinking like, would they take his tongue out? But why would they drag him out? Okay, continuing. I'm trying to think of the order of events that happened. He was unconscious, though.
Definitely unconscious, or at least incapacitated. He would never have tolerated that.
Well, the weird part is, the bloodstains on the hoodie were kind of off. And there
Okay.
was blood where I'd expect there to be blood, but there were a few smudges of blood, plus some prints.
Like
I don't know why they'd be
fingerprints?
handling the hoodie after they'd already killed him.
That's definitely weird. Yeah. It's not like they untied him, right?
Definitely not.
Wait, but if Kamimura was unconscious, then I still gotta know. How'd they get him up to the art room?
Is it possible that he was awake before they reached the art supply room? And only rendered unconscious after they arrived?
No, he'd be
What
screaming.
could knock him out that fast, though?
Bop him on the
Chlorophyll?
head.
They didn't bop him
Yeah,
on
we know
the
he was a-
head. Hayashi already said there were no signs of blunt force trauma.
We're overthinking this. He passes out when his heart rate spikes.
Oh, yeah,
They
that
probably
too.
just scared him. He was
Right, forgot
constantly
that.
on edge anyway. It wouldn't take much.
His room was a mess, though. There were definitely signs of a struggle. That
They
makes
messed
me
up
think
his
he didn't
room.
go down all that easy.
I mean, yeah, but is that even possible? Like, could he struggle? He couldn't struggle that hard, right?
I mean, yeah.
we're talking
That
about
doesn't really
Setsuka.
make a ton of sense. We've seen the kind of stuff that knocks him out. It doesn't take a lot. If he got
Poor
in an
Ken.
actual honest
All I can think is
to-God
poor
fight
Ken
with
this entire
someone,
time.
I feel like he wouldn't be able to
You
struggle
miss
all that
Setsuka? Me
hard.
too.
Then, what if
Big
he
sis
didn't
Setsuka.
struggle? What if the killer faked the struggle to make us think he'd gone upstairs conscious?
A fake
Hi.
struggle would still have implied he went upstairs incapacitated. It would be strange for him to struggle and then go up willingly.
Well, yeah. But maybe the killer wanted us to think that they actually fought him and didn't just
But
bop him on
why?
the head.
He wasn't bopped. We've established that.
Then maybe the way they knocked him out is important.
It's gotta be, if they wanted to cover it up
He's
that
still
badly.
conscious, just couldn't move his
If they
body.
really
No,
did
that's
just
worse.
utilize his
That's
condition,
worse.
I doubt they'd want to cover it up that badly.
It doesn't matter. His cataplectic
I
episodes
appreciate
only
you,
last a
Pookie.
couple of seconds.
I'm gonna ignore you said
Wouldn't
that
it be
because
nearly
I don't
enough
want to
time
think
to
about
conceal him
that.
and bring him all the way
The
upstairs,
him being
then
awake and
time.
conscious of his body
It
being
has to be
mutilated.
something else.
But then, what about a sedative?
A sedative? Like poison?
Yeah.
Hama,
make him
no,
fall
not you
asleep.
too.
Then they'd have enough time to get him upstairs.
Do we have anything like that?
Gave him a
I was in the
melatonin
med bay
gummy.
for like 2 days. I didn't see a single person come in and steal any sedatives.
Nor did I. But what about the chemistry lab?
The chem lab. That's.
I can definitely see that being the case.
Who investigated the chem lab?
Samba
though?
time.
I did.
I feel like letting you run around the chem lab is like a lab safety violation
The
or
poison?
something.
The poison for Kamimura from
Maybe. But I did notice something while I was there. We were missing a few bottles.
Multiple. What exactly were we missing?
Well, I know we were missing flunitrazepam because I was keeping an eye on
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Yeah.
Hypnol.
Roofies.
Oh,
We had roofies?
We did, but that seemed rather dangerous, so I was keeping an eye on them.
I don't trust
When I
Okazaki knowing that we
investigated
had
earlier,
roofers.
The bottle was gone.
They roofied him?
Well, potentially, but we were also missing a bottle of something a bit more insidious.
Huh?
Cyanide.
We had cyanide?
Yeah, wait, hold on. I feel we should have made an inventory list. Okazaki. The fact that we had all the death stuff. So Geneva Komechi would have snuck something in to stop Okazaki from coming to the chem lab.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
We did.
You knew? And you didn't think to tell anyone that?
Kazutoshi said we should keep it a secret. If people knew we had it.
We could have
they might
flushed
try to
all of
use
it. We
and-
could
And
have
they totally
flushed
did
all of
use it. I bet the guy was dead before they even brought him upstairs. All they'd have to do is poison him and haul him up.
He had to have been alive. You saw
But-
how much blood there was. Dead people
Again,
don't bleed
I
like
don't.
that.
If they'd cyanided him, like. How long ago was the dinner? Like I refuse for this to be my. But Kamimura had like a shit ton of soup, right? That was specifically made for him. Did anyone else eat that soup? I was having just a fun time on that part of the dinner that I didn't even stop to think about. With everyone having their own allergies, who ate what and who didn't eat what. Because that would be a way to get. That was such a long time ago. That was such a long time ago. The leftovers. Okay. So maybe the killer put the roofies. God, I hate saying roofies. I don't know why. Put the roofies in the leftover soup that Kamimura ate. He heated up and ate later. Because everyone knew Kamimura. Yeah, an X-ray cookie had to be after. Okay. Yeah, that was 3 days ago. I think it's leftovers. I think it was the leftovers got poisoned. God, I really hate being in slow mode because I feel like. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, there
If
still
there was a
would
way
have
to
been
get
a
him
ton
some-
of blood,
get him
even if
something
he was
like that.
dead, right? They cut his damn head off. Your blood
Truth
doesn't
bullet
just
leftovers,
disappear
yeah.
when you die.
I also fail to see why they'd remove his tongue if he was already dead.
Oh yeah, but if he was unconscious or
I'd
dead in
assume
his
it was to
room,
keep him
why on
quiet.
earth would they move the body
That
and do anything?
Does seem to make sense.
And they just left it.
So, they cut out his tongue so that he couldn't start screaming if he woke up early?
That makes sense.
Then, yeah. He was probably still alive.
Nope. Warn Ken.
We're
Warn
just
Ken.
assuming that's why they cut his tongue out, though. Maybe they just wanted to fuck him up. I mean,
Then about the
they had
cyanide?
no reason to
I
cut his
don't
head
know.
off, right? Or cut his stomach open. Maybe they're just kind of sick.
That's also true.
So maybe they just took his tongue as like...
Okay, so the tongue and guts. God, I really hate talking about Kamimura like this. Were they trying to get something evidence out? I'm guessing. Someone get Ken out of here. I know, right? I know. Lobster's supposed to heal HP after return, not kill you. I feel like that wasn't done just for the hell of it. I think that was to get evidence out. I think maybe... No, it wouldn't be an allergic reaction. Where they have to take out his tongue and... God. I don't know.
A trophy or something? That would explain why we never found it.
Then he was already dead?
I don't see any other reason why we'd
Who
be
would take a
missing
tongue
something
as a
like
trophy?
cyanide.
I know, right?
What concerns me more is the idea that someone aside from the killer is the one who took the rohypnol.
You can take roofies for a high though, right? So maybe...
Don't even
Wow.
finish that thought.
Wow.
So maybe Hiroaki.
That's a really dumb idea.
And the killer poisoned him and hauled his
Sorry, I
body
don't think Hiroaki
upstairs
roofied
and staged the
himself.
crime scene.
Finally! It was poison!
With cyanide? Jesus.
Tama, don't be so happy.
I guess the blood makes sense if he had only just taken the poison not too long before.
Rohypnol?
His heart
You know what?
wouldn't
Thank
be
you.
beating anymore.
I'm gonna
but
do my best to say
there'd
that.
still be a lot of blood.
It's not.
How did I even get him to eat it though?
I took the cyanide.
Oh, right.
In Kamigawa.
I
Right.
took the cyanide.
Right.
The killer couldn't have taken it because I
That's
had it
right.
in my room.
I remember.
He wasn't dead when they brought him upstairs.
Why did you have cyanide?
Because I was.
Not okay.
Because I was going to kill myself.
God, he said in front
I
of
took
everybody.
it down to my room like yesterday evening.
No,
so
hug,
unless they
hug.
got it before that, they took the roofies, not the cyanide. Just get back to debating already. Stop staring at me like that. I'm not going to be a fucking hypocrite like Hitomi was. I said we should all tell the truth, so I'm getting it over with and telling the truth.
Right.
God!
Hey, it's okay.
I think everyone's getting a
Then
bodyguard
they
for next
probably
chapter.
knocked him out with the rohypnol. When would they even have done it though?
I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but could have been Tsuno? She saw him regularly in the medbay, so she would have had ample opportunity to...
You saw him regularly in the medbay too. So it could have just as easily been you. Plus, Hayashi
Hana's like, don't you
was there
dare.
for 2
Don't you
days.
dare.
That means it could have easily been any of you.
Excuse me?
I don't think it was you. I'm just making a point.
I wouldn't do something like...
Tsuno
You
would.
can't say that.
Nagawa's right. That argument is getting annoying. You could have. Anyone could have.
Then maybe it was Hasegawa? Since he's always...
We already exonerated him. Please keep up with the rest of the group.
What the... Hey! I'm trying! Jeez! There's just way too much to keep track of.
Tom was like,
Well,
I need a
here's an
PowerPoint,
idea.
please.
Kamimura's leftovers have been sitting in the fridge for a couple days now, right?
Toshi's leftovers?
Yeah, from that big dinner Hayashi made. She made him his own special food, right? Since he can't eat a lot of stuff. Everyone else knew not to touch or eat it, since it was Kamimura's.
He
Thank
definitely
you.
would have flipped out if someone else touched his food. He made that pretty clear.
Right. So if the killer knew nobody else was gonna eat it but Kamimura, maybe they just put the Hypno on that.
That definitely makes sense. He went back to his
Me.
room right after
I don't know.
breakfast,
Sorry.
too.
I'm like, point for
That's
me.
the last time we saw him.
I made a good point in the
that
trial.
makes complete sense.
It totally makes sense. He ate his
Right?
breakfast,
Good
got
Dex.
refeed, and went back to his room to pass out.
Then all they need to do is go collect him.
Never trust a
How?
party. I know,
Wouldn't
right?
you lock the door?
They could have picked the lock.
The locks are unpickable.
With all the food I was
We
cooking, I would have
already know
gone out
that.
for the party
And
too.
maybe they just broke it.
Yeah, no. Breaking the doors will get you in trouble. We know that now.
Party's death.
Yeah. with Toddy.
Huh?
We are not starting this discussion again.
But Toddy's room is severely fire damaged.
Oh my
and
gosh,
mine
Unagi,
receives
why?
completely
Why?
disproportionate punishment for kicking one door.
Miss Watari's damage was caused accidentally. It was unintentional. Miss Hayashi's damage was very much intended. That is the difference.
Say, Shigeki, just let it go. I already told you I was fine.
Except that you're not fine. You've been acting off for days, and you were tortured just the other night. You can barely even walk around, and yet you insist that you're alright, and refuse to let me do anything to help or defend you.
Because I don't need you to help me or defend me.
No.
I need you to back the
Stop
hell
fighting
up.
you
But
too.
I don't understand why.
Because I can defend myself. I don't know why the hell you're suddenly trying to act all protective or whatever, but I don't need it.
Well, maybe
You know,
I'm
he's just
acting
salty his
protective
girlfriend got
because you're
tortured.
acting completely
Yeah.
irrational.
I'm not.
You are. You used to be incredibly cautious. You used to think things through and avoid risks you didn't need to be taking. You were trying to stay alive.
Okazaki,
now you're
don't
acting
try couples
completely
counseling,
careless.
please.
You weren't being safe when you kicked
You'll
down
make
the
it
door.
worse.
You weren't being safe when we investigated the door trap. You weren't being thorough when we investigated the dorms. You're going to get yourself killed, and then what?
And then
The
it's
parents
none
are
of your
fighting.
fucking business because you don't get to make decisions for me.
I'm not trying to make decisions for you. I'm trying to keep you alive.
I can keep myself alive. I don't need you to do that for me.
So
thought
I know
you
this is
understood
eating
that.
popcorn like
Jesus Christ, can you both just cram it? We're in the middle of a trial. What were we even talking about again?
The lock.
Right. The lock wasn't broken since that would get someone punished, and nobody got punished.
everyone's feeling so awkward,
Maybe he
right?
just opened the door.
He was unconscious.
Then
Yeah, we got
whoever
them
stole his
divorcing.
key
We have
just
Ken
used that.
being
He had
widowed.
already found his key. He wouldn't have been
Oji-
able to go
Ojima
back
was
to his
almost
room without
widowed.
it. So we know he had it.
Then he used the 3D printed key.
If Kamimura had the blue key, he'd know someone cloned his key, and he'd know someone had his key. He never would have gone back to his room if he knew someone else could get in, especially since
time
they
tuned to
were
stream.
clearly
I do
targeting
too.
him. Now, if you're all done being dumb, can we talk about the way more obvious answer?
We're not dumb.
The killer
Nice,
used
we're
the blue
literally
key
you.
to get in. Obviously.
That does make sense, yeah.
So if the struggle was faked, and he was already unconscious when they got there to abduct him, when did they fake the struggle? Right there and then?
So basically,
That
this
wouldn't
killer's like
really
a
have been
really
too
bad
smart.
liar.
Kamimura could have woken up at any moment, so they'd probably want to get him upstairs as fast as possible, just to be sure he didn't wake up while they were still in his room. That would have been bad for them, I think.
So they broke in, kidnapped him while he was unconscious, brought him upstairs, and killed him.
They're lucky
I'm
there's
still
no
somewhat
time limit because the
confused
trial's
about the
end
key.
before they talk about the murder weapon.
Go on.
Well, Kamimura's key
How
was
far are we in the
missing,
video?
yes? We've
Like
established
35 minutes in. We still
that. But
had
today
a
is actually
little
the
under
first
an
I'm
hour.
hearing about it. What exactly happened?
Yesterday, when we were headed back to his room, he couldn't find it. He usually keeps it in his pocket, but it wasn't there. So he spent all day looking for it, and I helped out, but nothing. We couldn't find it.
He was pretty pissed about it.
But then he went back to his room after breakfast, right? So, when did he find the key?
The killer probably left it for him in the kitchen. They would have already been there anyway if they were poisoning his food. They
You
left
want
it
to
somewhere
survive the
they
killing
knew
game, you
he'd
make friends
spot
with
it.
Wana.
Problem solved.
No.
I still don't get
Or
why they
Hama.
cloned Kamimura's
Hama
key
would
at
get you killed
all.
too.
I mean,
How many of
this
his friends are still around?
3D printer thing. It was broken, right? So even if they
That was
could
really
steal
mean
his
of me.
key,
I'm so
could
sorry.
they have printed
I'm
a
so
new
sorry,
one?
Hama.
I mean,
was
obviously
legit
they
not
could,
badass of me.
Because they did.
Well, yeah, but how? Who fixed the printer?
nobody's going to admit it. Cool. So what was the killer then?
Ojima's pretty handy, right? I mean,
Why? Because he has
fixed Wada's computer.
glasses?
So couldn't he have fixed the printer?
I definitely didn't fix Masanari's computer.
Yeah, no, he didn't fix it at all. It's still super broken.
I honestly don't know anything about computers,
Oh god, if Wada
At
gets
all?
friends with Hama.
especially fixing them.
Oh my god, you're right.
What? Then who fixed the printer?
We should rule out the idea that it was Kamimura or Suno before we start jumping to
They're
conclusions.
the Doom duo.
It definitely wasn't Suno.
Wait, I like
He
that.
didn't
That's
know
a ship
anything
name.
about computers.
It wasn't Kamimura either. I don't think he even knew we had a 3D printer.
I think it's safe to assume Kamimura didn't know anything about the blue key at all. If he had known his key had been copied, there's no way he would have been willing to go back to his room.
Wait, so if he lost the key and didn't find it again until this morning, where did he sleep last night?
Ken? Ken.
My bad.
And where did you sleep?
Chamba. Chamba.
My bad. And neither of us left
The
room.
silence. The
Right,
silence.
so he's accounted for.
When did they even have the time to swipe the key? Because, like, I don't know, Hasagawa and Kamimura were, like, always together?
Well, and Hama's like
When was
yelling on
he
fire,
someone
like very
else?
nice.
He visited the medical bay, but none of us took his key, I'm sure of it.
It was already missing by then anyway.
So then it had to be in the morning.
The only time we were all together
There was
in the
only
morning
one
was when
bed.
Monomoko brought Hayashi back from the void.
The void?
That's right. We were all together for that.
I
Wait.
wasn't there.
Why is Mike
so
confused
if
about being
that's
held
when
to
the
the
key
void?
got swiped, it couldn't be Wada.
A lot of stuff points to it not being Wada.
Because it wasn't Wada.
We were all pretty distracted then,
Has to go with
too.
Big Spoon?
Everyone was focused
Nah,
on
nah,
Hayashi,
switch that.
So
Because Kamimura would take it
would've
like,
been
no,
really
he's
easy to swipe the key
Kamimura,
right out of
Big
his
Spoon.
pocket if you knew what you were doing.
But do we have someone like that?
He's
Do
like,
we
don't
have,
pity
like,
me, because he's like,
A pickpocket in here?
We have a thief. I know that much.
It makes total sense
It's
why
canon,
they
but at what
swiped the key
cost?
in the
God,
morning,
I know,
though.
right?
I mean, they would have needed time to model and 3D print the new key, so stealing in the morning would have given them all day to do that.
And the printer's in the computer lab, right?
Right.
Then that's perfect. We just gotta figure out who was in the computer lab yesterday, and then we know who copied his key.
Except that nobody's gonna confess to it, right? Who was in the computer lab yesterday? Exactly!
Deku, hey,
That's fine.
welcome in.
It just
Thanks for the
means we need
sub.
to
I
smoke
appreciate
them out.
it.
Everyone who's innocent should have an alibi for that time, right?
An alibi for what time? I'm completely losing the thread here.
All right.
Has to go
follow
to
me
Big
and
Spoon.
keep up.
Exactly.
Yesterday, when Hayashi got dropped off in the auditorium, the killer pickpocketed Kamimura's room key. They took it upstairs to the computer lab, modeled it on one of the
Kamimura
computers,
must be
and
the
printed it
jetpack.
on the 3D printer, which they had fixed. While that's printing, they go to the chem lab and steal the bottle of Rehypnol. That night, they lace the food he had left in the fridge, leave his key there for him to find, and keep the blue key for themselves. At breakfast, Kamimura
I
eats
love
the
when
poison,
Hiroaki does the
finds
whole
his
comic
key,
book thing for
heads
me.
back to his room,
I'm like,
and
"Thank
passes
you."
out. The killer shows up, breaks into his room with the blue key, kidnaps him, brings him upstairs, ties him up, and kills him. Done.
Wait, but hold on. I have a question.
Please tell me you were listening.
I was, but
You like my
if
headphones?
they
Thank
were
you. I
doing all
got.
that, when did they
Oh no,
set the
my
door
Monokuma
trap?
ears. They're not on it. They're my old
What?
headphones.
The door trap. The one that killed Minami.
I was like, my Monokuma
When
ears.
did they set it?
Thank you. Can we please talk about Suno?
Suno
where are
died
my old
after
ones still?
Kamimura. If we solve his murder, we live. If we solve her murder, we get nothing. Prioritize.
What? Are you serious? She died.
Yeah,
That's
what? You
something
guys
we
gonna have a
need to
trial
just get over
after?
it? Someone killed her.
We need
really,
to talk
really-
about Suno.
Yeah.
Okay,
Seriously.
I guess.
All right, Wada. Tell
You're
us
early
what
for
happened.
Tetro White.
Right. We're on our way to investigate the wood shop.
Lenny,
and
hey, welcome.
Suno opened the door. This big plate swung down.
I know, I
with
feel like,
these
yeah,
spikes on
super
it.
brand new layout. Definitely, I didn't accidentally
Yeah,
lose my old layout and I can't find it.
Killed her.
It was
Definitely
a big
not
square
that.
wooden plate with a couple wooden stakes on it. Caught her right in the stomach. The door opens outwards, so it swung down from the inside and got her as soon as she opened it.
It was definitely made using the supplies in the woodshop. I'm certain of that. There's nowhere else in the school to find those materials. The woodshop contains quite a few of those large wooden plates, as well as a few smaller pieces of wood
hi,
that could
welcome
quite easily be
in.
made into the stakes that were fixed to the plate. Not to mention, the trap was rigged above the woodshop door. It would have been exceedingly simple for them to build it in the woodshop and rig it right there. Otherwise, they would have had to carry it around, and
Is
it
there a
wasn't
rule that
exactly
says we
light.
have to go to the new rooms when we
then
get them unlocked?
When did they make it?
Because I would lock everyone in like the first floor.
Kazutoshi and I were in
My
the
guys,
woodshop
we're not
2
going
nights
to the
ago,
fancy rooms with the
and it
fancy
definitely
stuff.
wasn't there then.
No.
I'm sure we would have noticed.
Not even under a
He
tarp
knows
or
no way
something.
out.
It wasn't under construction?
No.
You watching some
not
playing
above the door,
Fortnite?
Not under a
Fun.
tarp. Not anywhere. It wasn't there.
Hey, wait a minute! Why were you in the woodshop 2 nights ago? It was supposed to be closed off.
Does it matter?
Yeah, it matters. When we set rules as a group, you should follow them.
No, but
Shut
Freedom's a
up,
hell of a
Tamba.
job. I guess. Yeah, I guess everyone. I mean, you know
If it
what?
wasn't there when you guys were there, that means it had to be set
I
up
get stir
yesterday.
crazy if I don't
If
go
it wasn't even under construction,
outside.
yet, they had to
So
have made it during the day and rigged it up at night. That's the
Okay,
only way the
fine.
timeline works out.
Perfect! Then it's time for
This
my
is Mikado.
favorite part. We need to start attacking alibis.
it's like, hey everyone, I'm
If the
locking you
killer
all in the
was building
ballroom.
plate yesterday,
But don't
they
worry, I'll
wouldn't
feed
have an
you. I
alibi for that
promise.
time. So we just need to find out who doesn't have an alibi from then to Kamimura's death. And we've got our killer.
The Kamimura's killer and Tsuno's killer might be two entirely different people. We don't know.
If that's the case, Suno's death doesn't matter, and we can just focus on Kamimura. Why are we talking about Suno
Plus, someone
at
sneaks
all
out. Yeah,
if the
you're right.
killers
You're
are two
right.
different people?
Why are you always
People-
like this?
people are.
Every time you show a shred of decency, you back it up by being unreasonably cruel.
For fuck's sake, I'm not being cruel! I'm not being cruel, I'm not being heartless, and I'm not being cold, I'm not being any of this shit! I'm the only one who's actually
Yeah, Rocky
thinking
is, I feel,
with
doing, like,
any
a
sort
good
of
chunk.
logic here.
A good chunk
I
of
don't
stuff here.
hate Suno. I'm not being cruel. I just want us to make it out of this alive. If the killers are the same person, we need to talk about Suno. And if they're not, we don't!
Then let's figure that part out next. If there are two killers,
You want Tetro to have
we
a
need
ballroom
to
sound
know.
motive? Because you want to see him in
It has
fancy
to be
outfits.
the same person, right?
Says who? I totally think it's 2 people.
Are you dense? It's clearly the same person.
Actually,
Is it?
shockingly, I agree with Tamba. It makes more sense for there to be
I think
two
it's 2
killers.
people.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards 2 separate killers myself, honestly.
Same.
It's one.
It seems as though we're somewhat divided on these.
Scrum
It
debate.
has
Scrum
to be
debate.
one. What the hell are the odds that 2 people would decide to kill someone on
It's
the same
one
day?
killer, it's 2.
Coincidences happen. Circumstances being unlikely doesn't make them impossible.
But if there were 2 killers, why would the second killer rig a trap above the woodshop door? It wouldn't make any sense. Nobody goes in there. The trap could be there forever without anyone running into it.
Unless Hasagawa said it. Since he knew that he and
You
Kamimura...
already exonerated Hasagawa a million times.
It would make way
I
more
was just like,
sense
oh,
for it to
God.
be one killer. They kill Kamimura with the stuff from the woodshop so that we'll have to go investigate the woodshop. Then, when we do, and someone dies, it makes us not want to investigate any further, because any room could be trapped. It's a good plan, but it doesn't make any sense if there are
Wait,
2
Hama
different
has a
killers.
point.
The killer couldn't have
Hama,
known
you're
for
so
certain we would
smart.
investigate the woodshop, though.
Maybe not, but they certainly could have guided us in that direction. Like Hama said, using tools from the woodshop and Kamimura's murder.
Well, here's
made
I'd
us
use this
investigate
again.
the
I'd be like,
woodshop,
"Ah,
did
damn
it
it."
not? And when we
You're
found
so
the
smart,
trap,
Hama.
we immediately stopped investigating any new rooms.
That's honestly kind of genius.
Don't give them so much credit.
Wait, why does
They're gonna
Pookie
get
know?
caught, so
Pookie,
they
what'd
can't
you
be
do?
that fucking smart.
Hold on. The 2 murder methods are completely different, though. 2 totally different victims with no connection between them.
No
2
connection?
Totally different methods with no connection between them, and
Okay.
no evidence connecting either one.
I'm like, y'all are
There
trapped in
is
here. That's
evidence
a big
connecting
connection.
them, though. The woodshop tools. Obviously, Kamimura's death is connected to the woodshop. Suno died in the woodshop. There's your connection.
But how would they have had time to clone the key?
I
and
love that
set up the little
Hiroki's
trap
kind of the
and
smartest
trap
person.
Kamimura all in one day?
Pookie's in
That's
bad
only
jail,
like
bad joke
3
jail.
things.
Plus, you can leave the 3D printer unattended while it's still printing.
The trap wasn't exactly some Machiavellian level shit. They would have had time. It was a spike plate, not a rocket engine.
It does kind of make sense.
I'm convinced.
They've gotta be the same person. There's no way around it.
Then can we please get back to alibis?
Okay,
We
okay.
need to figure out who it actually could have been.
But you're demanding that everyone have an alibi for 2 days straight. Nobody's gonna have that airtight of an
Are you getting
alibi.
ideas for your
It
own
isn't
fan again?
possible.
Why are you so opposed to going after people's alibis?
I'm not. But the way you want to go about it doesn't make any sense.
Okay, so what about your alibi then? Let's start with you. Where were you?
I spent almost all of yesterday in the medical bay with Suno and Mai.
And last night?
You don't have an alibi either.
Yes, I
Yanagi.
do! I was with Takeshi all night!
Of course he would claim that. You two are extremely close. That doesn't mean anything.
Are you fucking serious? I already told everyone exactly what I was doing last night. I already told you exactly where
Yeah,
I was. Hayashi has the evidence to back it. You won't say shit about where you were. You have no alibi.
I do have an alibi. Just because my alibi isn't 2 days long doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I could have done anything yesterday because I was in the medbay the whole time.
Shocker. Yanagi Shigeki throwing another investigation. Who could have guessed?
He'd be
At
awful
least
Danganronpa.
I'm actually making an effort instead of floating around the school uselessly for the entire investigation period, just tacking myself onto whatever other groups I find along the way.
He was exactly
Yeah,
where he
I would be
said
like,
he was.
please let
What
me
are
have
you
a
getting
notebook so I
at?
can write down.
I was with him last night.
Everything.
He has an alibi. You have no right to be accusing
we have, like,
him
the ultimate,
when you
like,
still
court
haven't
typing
said
person?
where you were last night.
But
Like,
I
type
do
everything out?
have an alibi.
So fucking sick of this shit. Yanagi, where were you? And
Like,
if you don't tell me the
Monokuma,
truth
can I get
right
closed
now,
captions
this one
for the
time,
trial?
you've lost all my trust.
I was on the second floor.
What?
Sorry.
I was.
If anyone has seen Legally Blonde, where Brooke Wyndham is the person that Elle's defending, and she refuses to give her alibi. If that was Yagi's alibi, the average like, I was getting liposuction.
I was on the second floor, trying to get into the locked room.
What?
I wasn't damaging the door. I was just trying to pick the lock. Surely that wouldn't have counted as damage to school property.
You're kidding.
I wanted to get it open so you can stop acting like this. Ever since your argument with Tamba, you've been taking far too many risks, and you've been hurt. And I'm worried about you. I wanted to get the door open so you can stop concerning yourself with it and just focus on staying alive like you
Too bad our
did
pink
before.
character isn't here anymore. Oh, oh no.
So that's where I was. I spent my night upstairs trying to open the door. I failed, for the record, but that's where I was. That's my alibi.
Oh no! Oh no! And with Suno getting killed by the door, little trap thing, whatever, the killer could be like, I thought it was you walking through the door to, like, Yanagi. They didn't mean to kill Suno, they wanted to kill Yanagi.
Here's the deal.
No.
Nobody needs to have an airtight alibi for both days, as long as they have an alibi for some of it. If the killer is one person, they just have to have an alibi for some of the time that they supposedly spent prepping the murder. So we
This
just
can
need
Yanagi
to
and
find
Atari's
someone
first-
with
Oh, that's
no
amazing.
alibi.
They're doing such
And
a
if
good
we don't
job.
have that, we need to attack the weakest alibi.
So
Especially,
when do we
like,
need to have an alibi for?
You need an
But
alibi
Tari's
for
voice has, like, a
yesterday,
very,
an alibi for last night, or an
unique
alibi
kind
for
of, like,
this
a
morning.
voice to her.
Then I'm cleared.
Whereas,
I
like,
was in the med bay
even
the
without a
entire
picture,
time.
I'd be able to
Didn't leave
recognize, like,
once until the
immediately, like,
investigation
Watari.
I can vouch for that.
But you left during the night, Shigeki. You can't vouch for the fact that she was there then.
I can. I stopped by the medbay in the middle of the night. Hayashi was there.
What were you doing in the med bay in the middle of the night?
Visiting old friends. Don't worry about it.
Then let's tackle you next. Where were you for the rest of the day?
I mean, yesterday, I was mostly just watching Watari practice in her room. I've got supreme control over all forms of fire.
Do you?
So she
Her
had me
room
there
caught
as
on
a safety
fire.
precaution.
Which is why my room only partially burned
Okay,
up.
okay.
Exactly. You're welcome.
What about in the morning?
It was a whole
I was
people's
hanging
first
out with
roles?
Watari then
So
too.
amazing.
Right after breakfast. We were both in the kitchen when the body discovery announcement went off. Nobody else was there.
Shigeki, Where were you in the morning?
I was sleeping, unfortunately. I briefly attended breakfast, but I went back to bed after that.
He was definitely sleeping when I came to get him. Shirtless, by the way.
That's completely irrelevant to the case. You truly just say whatever you want.
I mean, I was within Kamigawa all night. We've already established that. But I spent most of yesterday with Masanari. I was trying to fix his PC.
Yeah, I can back that up.
This morning, though, I was with Kamigawa again.
I was in my room, so I don't really have an alibi,
All the bright
but
people are gone?
I was already exonerated since the body discovery announcement played for me.
Same.
Oh my god,
I
you're
spent
right.
most of yesterday on my own, but
Watari,
I
you
did
cannot
briefly
be the
spend some time
murderer.
tending to staff duties with Nishina.
I think she's like the
Yeah.
last happy
Can
person, right?
confirm.
I spend most of my time patrolling the hall since I'm the hall overlord.
Watari, I
Unfortunately,
highly doubt
that
you,
leaves me
but
alone a lot of
don't do the
time,
murder.
but I do have an alibi for this morning. That means I'm safe, right?
Depends. What's the alibi?
I was patrolling the halls.
Okay, but see, like, that's not an alibi.
I can prove it, though. I saw Hasegawa go up to the library about 20 minutes after breakfast. I saw Watari go into Hama's room and knock on his door. Then I saw the two of them go to the dining room, and 10 minutes after that, Hama and Wada walked down to the west wing bathrooms. Then Hama walked Wada back to his room and went back to the dining room. Plus, I saw Suna go from the med bay to the storage room about 30 minutes after breakfast. Then head back to
Okay,
the med bay.
Okazaki's taking hall monitor
That all
role pretty
happened,
seriously.
right? If I saw it, that's proof I was in the hall, isn't it?
Definitely.
Did that all happen?
I can back the Suno part.
She got my part right too.
It's the same.
Then my alibi works.
It also helps back up Watari's alibi.
Yep. I was with Okazaki and Hama
Okay,
yesterday.
Watari's an alibi.
Then
We're good.
I was
We're
with Hama
good.
in the morning. Last night, though, I was sleeping. I don't know how you guys spent all night running around like
Plus,
that.
I didn't think she would
was
do
tired.
this.
So then
Tetro
it's
Rainbow's
just...
the last season.
Tamba?
This looks kind of bad for me.
Then start talking.
I
Tamba.
swear I didn't do anything. I don't have an alibi, sure, but that's because I was in my room all day. I was just trying to stay warm. I left for a bit yesterday and in the morning too, to get a pan from the kitchen. I was heating them up to keep with me in my room. It was to keep myself warm. I didn't do
Wait, we
anything
know this.
crazy like decapitate someone or rig up a spike trap or whatever.
And yet you're the only one with no
I
alibi.
But it wasn't me.
I don't believe
just didn't
Tambo
wanna leave my
has
room.
Huh.
the capacity
You're
for
not
all
so
this.
bold without Hayashi backing you.
I didn't do it though.
Please, hold on a second.
He
Kazutoshi
poisoned
and Princess
Tamba.
Tamba didn't always get along, but I highly doubted something she would kill him over.
Except that
Oh,
she had
he's
a
a
motive
butter
this
princess.
time.
What?
You said it yourself, right? She got in a big fight with Hayashi. Hayashi doesn't have her back anymore. Now she needs to actually fend for herself
Tamba
for
time.
once.
Tamba time.
So she went for an easy kill to get herself out of here.
I didn't! I swear I didn't! You've got it all wrong! I didn't!
But we found the kitchen utensils in her room.
And we
The
established
story
she was
has
poisoned,
evidence.
Tamba.
We found the pots and pans she claimed to have been heating up. Surely that adds some credit to her story.
I couldn't even have lifted that spike plate anyway!
She only has one brace on a
especially
good
not
day.
all the
I
way
know,
above the
I know.
door. It was too heavy!
How did they get the spike plate above the door?
That's actually a pretty good question.
The woodshop's right across from the second incinerator room. They've got a couple ladders in there.
Oh, right,
The
we
big
talked
one,
about
plus a
incinerator
smaller
room, but
one
we haven't
that would
done
fit a whole
anything,
lot
did
better than
we?
The woodshop. All they need to do is run across the hall and grab a ladder.
Well, yeah, that'd get them above the door, but the plate's still heavy.
The Trans
right?
Hamafic by Bond.
How'd
Oh,
they
that's
lift it?
cool.
Tamba's an athlete, though, right? Why are we so quick to write off the idea that she could have lifted it? She works out, like, every day.
But it's still almost the size
Oh,
of
wait,
me!
and there's
no way I
tattoos?
could rig up a trap
Is that to
heavy
cover
and
the,
that big while standing on the ladder?
The chest surgery
There's ropes
scars?
in the wood shop too, right? Like
That'd be
those
such a cool
ropes
reason to
holding
get
the pallets
them.
down?
Wait, I love that
Couldn't
idea.
they just take one of those ropes and heave the plate up?
Not a bad idea. Could have strung it through the ceiling beams.
Exactly.
Next is
They
Tetra
tie
White.
one into the plate, loop it over the beam.
Wait, I thought
and
blue,
heave it
then
up.
white.
You
Wasn't
wouldn't
it?
even need to be that strong. It's not like it was crazy heavy, just pretty heavy. They could heave it up, tie the other end of the rope down to the shelf or table or something, and then the plate would just be suspended in place. They could just rig it up while it's hanging there.
Okay, speaking of rigging it up, how does the trap even work? Did we figure that out?
I went back and forth on that one, but I'm pretty sure it's not that complicated.
Tetro
They fitted the plate
Half-Light
to an
Razzle
axle
Dazzle
and
Roast
hooked it up
Pink.
above the door. The axle was
Oh,
on
it's
this
blue
little
and white? Okay, yeah, so it is
wooden
blue and
bit.
white. Okay.
Fuck, it would be so much easier to just show you. It was on this little wooden bit that let it turn. Like an axle.
I'm vaguely following.
Then, it was also hooked up to this little piece of rope that was connected to the actual door. So when you opened the door, it would rotate the axle a bit, and the plate's weight would do the rest. The axle would tip it forward, and the plate would swing forward with its full weight behind it.
Which is exactly what happened when we opened the door.
And I definitely saw the
Tetro
rope connecting
Burgundy.
the door to the axle. I can confirm that without a doubt.
Okay, so let me see if I'm following this so far. Yesterday, while we're freaking out about Hayashi, the killer steals Kamimura's room key. They model it, clone it, and while the thing's printing, they get to work on the spike plate. During the night, they poison Kamimura's food and rig up the trap. In the morning, he eats breakfast, passes out, gets kidnapped and dragged upstairs, then they kill him. We all
God, that was an
investigate.
exhausting
Suno
day. I
gets
know he
killed
gets
by the
murdered,
trap,
but like,
and
geez,
here
what an
we are.
exhausting day.
Does that check out?
Sounds about right.
That
I feel like kill me quicker
doesn't
and
really
like
sound right at all, though.
less work
What?
next time.
I still have a lot of questions that we haven't really taken the time to come back to.
Tetro Alligator Green.
How did Kamimura even get up to the art room without being spotted? How did the killer get the saw and the knife
I
to the
couldn't
art room
watch
without
the
being spotted?
live.
We found the body not long after Kamimura died.
I saw I was there,
How come
but I'm
the
like,
killer didn't have
if I
any blood on
click,
them?
I know I'm gonna see a
How
spoiler,
could
so
the
I
tools down the
couldn't.
water's room so fast? They weren't spotted doing that either, right? And why was Kamimura's room such a mess if there wasn't even a struggle?
I'm more curious about why there were signs of a struggle in Tsuno's room.
What?
Holy shit, I totally forgot about that. Good question. The place was trashed.
Why?
We have no idea. It had been completely ravaged.
It was Mitch.
Suno didn't go back to her room after leaving in the morning, though, right? She went to breakfast, then she went to the
There was
med bay.
20,000 people
So how
live
could
viewing
her
it.
room
Wow,
have
that's
been
amazing.
trashed? Was it trashed yesterday?
Definitely not. She would have mentioned something like that, right? If someone had gone in and trashed her room, I doubt she would have been comfortable sleeping there.
How would someone have even gotten into her room to begin with, though? Was there another key we didn't know about?
I don't think Manami's key was ever missing, though, was it?
She slept in her own room last night, as far as I know. She had to have had it then.
So what? She trashed her own room? Why?
I really can't see her doing that.
Sorry if this is
Yeah,
off
I feel like we
topic,
haven't
but
learned anything yet.
Could it be related to Ken's note?
What do you mean?
Well, we can't figure out when that note got planted, right?
20K for the second, third
Since
child
it
use.
wasn't
Oh,
there when you
okay,
woke up.
okay.
And we can't figure out when the saw got planted in Masanari's room. Plus, we can't figure out when Kazutoshi's room got trashed either. The killer would have needed access to all 4 rooms, right? But we only found 1 key.
So how'd they do it?
Well, I mean...
The vents. No, I don't know.
What if they did it during the investigation?
Oh man, again?
All the rooms would have been unlocked, right?
Oh boy,
So
we
they could have gone
really
in and
didn't
trashed the
do a good
place.
job keeping track
Before
of the
we even
investigation.
got there?
No, hold on. This makes sense. They had the key to Kamimura's room, so they could have easily started with his room while the other rooms were still locked. The body wouldn't have even had to have been discovered yet, so they kill Kamimura, run down to his room, and destroy the place. Then the body gets discovered. They come meet up with the rest of us, and since everyone knew Yanagi and Hayashi would be handling
I'm
the
kind
basement
of
floor
worried for
and
Hiroki for
starting
next
the med bay,
chapter.
they
Because he's
knew they
being
had
really
some
smart in
time
all
to
the
hit
trials.
dorms.
Then all they would need to do is trash Suno's room and plunder evidence.
Oh my
before
god,
Yana
CM was
and
even
Hayashi
saying
caught up to them.
that they haven't been winning in the battle
Talk
royales.
about the men's dorms as well.
And they win now.
They could easily have still been in Suna's room as we began investigating.
That's the only period of time that makes
I'm gonna react.
sense.
Uh,
It's the only time
I'm gonna
all doors
react to
are
those
unlocked and
after
the
I'm
only time
caught
they
up.
could plan evidence without the owners of the room seeing it.
Christian,
So
hey, welcome
then
in.
We should be looking at the people who investigated the dorms?
Well, Hasegawa's already exonerated.
Yanagi's not.
What? Why are you accusing me?
I don't know, because it makes perfect sense. You weren't there when we all gathered at the art supply room, right? So when the killer was supposed to be trashing Kamimura's
Maze
room,
after chapter
you
3.
were totally unaccounted for. When I
just-
came to
it's just so
get
I don't
you,
get
you were
suggested any
shirtless,
others.
which would explain the whole
Just
killer
in
not being
case.
covered in blood.
Which is why I'm
thing.
waiting till I'm caught up.
You just changed clothes.
I was shirtless because I was sleeping.
You were sleeping shirtless when it was that cold.
Because again, I have to be really, really careful about
I'm not bothered by cold.
But that
thumbnails
was
and titles
really
popping up.
cold, man.
I still had plenty of blankets on. I just wasn't wearing a shirt. I never wear a shirt to bed.
More like you knew the cold was turning off. You'd already killed someone, so it was bound to turn off. You knew you'd be fine.
But how would knowing the cold would turn off prevent me from being cold in the moment? But by your own logic, I still should have had a shirt on.
Except that I don't think the reason you ditched the shirt was because you knew about
you thought
the
it was
cold
like blood,
motivating.
right?
That's just some backup ammo. You had no shirt on because your clothes were drenched in blood.
I have an alibi, though. You already know where I was last night.
No, we don't. We
My
know
question to
what
Josh is
you told
admirable.
us, but we don't actually have anything to
I am
back
doing
that claim up
legit
with.
everything I
mean,
can not to see any
You
spoilers.
had a motive, right? You already said you were trying to protect Hayashi. You said you were trying to keep her safe. So,
So, you killed Kamimura and Suno to end the motive for Hayashi, to make her less desperate to escape.
And then, what? Chickened out at the last second? If he was trying to protect Hayashi, why are we even doing a trial? He changed his mind.
I didn't do anything, though. There's nothing to change my mind about.
Yeah, hold on. There's no way. I was with him for the entire investigation. I would have seen him do this shit. He didn't.
Did you not
Unless
give him
you're
no
just
shirt
saying
when he
that
was
to
tied to
cover
Mai's
for him.
bed? I don't think he
If
would
the
take off his
theory
shirt
flies, he's
in-
doing
in
this
Mai's
for
bed.
you, right? So of course
It would
we
break
have a
gentleman
reason to
code, I
cover
would
for him.
assume.
Like hell, I wouldn't let everyone else die just so I could escape.
Either way, I wouldn't have been able to rig up the plate one-handed. There's no way I could have done that.
your hand still doesn't work? Jeez.
What do you mean this
You
doesn't
like
work?
that?
He can't move his fingers at all. He wouldn't have been able to rig up the plate, and I doubt he would have been able to carry Toshi upstairs either.
Carrying Kamimura upstairs one-handed doesn't seem like that much of a challenge, but I guess I can see what you mean about the plate. That does seem a bit far-fetched.
Then perhaps it was Hayashi.
What?
She would have zero problems rigging the plate, right?
Or maybe it's
And she
you,
doesn't know how the
Okazaki.
plate works. I can't really see Hayashi covering for Yanagi, but I can certainly see Yanagi covering for Hayashi. He has a track record, after all.
Except I was in the med bay for 2 days
Ken's
straight.
a baby girl.
Anyone
I
can back
love
that.
Ken.
Yeah, I think Hayashi's name is already clear, honestly.
I certainly
Like,
didn't see her
Hiraraki's
do
kinda
anything
like-
during the investigation that would lead me to
Hiraki, Utari,
suspect
and
her.
Ken. I love those three the most.
Then I mean,
Those are my three favorites.
what about Hideaki?
Excuse me?
You went down to wake up Yanagi, right? You were alone in the
I do like
unlocked
Maya a lot,
dorm
though,
hall
too.
during that time. You could have done something. Nobody would know, since nobody else was coming down to the basement anyway.
You also investigated alone.
So did you! You and Tama both investigated alone! Tons of people were alone! I went off alone, you went off alone, Tama went off alone, Wada went off alone,
Battery up?
Hasegawa went off alone, Watari went off alone! That means nothing! Plus, I never even saw Kamimura's trash room! Only Hayashi and Yanagi saw it! You should be looking at them!
We already did, though.
They probably worked together to fuck up the entire investigation! They've been working
Ken,
together
Hum, and
this
Suna,
entire
your
time!
favorites?
No wonder they...
You an idiot? How would I have written Hasegawa's note? I'm the one telling everybody it's fake. Why would I talk about how fake it is if I wanted everyone to believe it?
Besides, as we've repeated, she was in the med bay.
It doesn't matter. My alibi is completely ironclad, so you've got nothing to accuse me with either way.
Except you and Ojima could be covering for each other just as well as myself and Mai.
What could we possibly gain from that? Only one person gets to escape. With you and Mai, at least it's obvious who that would be. But I'm not dying just so Nakamigawa can go home.
Damn right, because that would be stupid. I'm not dying for Takeshi.
What are you saying about me?
That you're blind and stupid, and you die for any girl in this building because you're a giant doormat.
At least he's actually making claims with merit behind them. You've just been accusing whoever the hell you want for this
blue and
entire
red couples
trial.
are fighting.
Can you listen to yourself?
Shut up! You just keep
The
talking
male lives
about
are
stupid
fighting,
shit
yeah.
that has nothing to do with the case. How many times have we gone around in circles already? How
Ken's
many
like, I
times have
wanna
we talked
fight
about the
with my
same thing
couple
when we
too, but I
stop questions
can't
we haven't answered
anymore.
yet? I don't care about the note. I don't care about the dorms. We've already figured that out. That's not getting us any closer to the killer. Can we please just talk about how the hell they got him upstairs in the first place?
Could they have just wrapped him up in something? Or covered him? Like with a tarp from the art room, or with a sheet?
Nobody saw anyone carrying something like that around, though. Hanano was patrolling the hallway and she didn't
Well,
see
get
anything.
her Harada's backpack
Not a
again.
thing.
They moved the saw too.
Maybe they put
How
Kamimura
is
in
the
there.
killer moving so many things around
trying.
without getting spotted carrying any of it?
They had to have had a way of concealing stuff like that in
Wait.
plain sight.
No, because they had to carry him with his head on. Okay. No. Nope,
How,
we're good.
though?
I'm not sure what you're looking at me for.
It wouldn't be the first time we've seen you hide an entire person in your coat.
You can't honestly be serious.
Good,
Watanabe's a
we're looking at
lot bigger
Okazaki
than
now,
Kamimura,
finally.
Too. You definitely could have hidden him in there.
Do you genuinely not understand how stupid this sounds?
You knock him out, slip him into your coat, carry him upstairs, nobody sees a thing.
Could have done the same with the saw, too.
But I was patrolling. I've already proven that.
That doesn't mean
I'm
anything.
accounted for.
I mean, are you though?
You said
Yeah.
yourself that I correctly assessed what you were doing this morning.
Yeah, but like, we kind of already talked about those things, didn't we?
You never
Or
seen
at the
it.
very
You never seen a
least,
fist fight in
we
the
kind
trial?
of gave you enough to work with. You patrol every day, right? You probably know people's schedules well
I read
enough
a
to fill
fanfic
in the
once
blanks
where,
by now.
Okazaki knew
Shooting
about the
truth
3D
bullets
printed
was
seal.
like
I
physically
told
what
him
hurt
about
the
it a couple
person you
days
shot
ago.
the truth bullet at.
That doesn't
Some,
mean I know
and then
anything about
characters
it.
would do it like
I just knew we had
intentionally.
one and that
It
it
was
was
really
broken.
neat.
I mean, if anyone in here was going to decapitate and mutilate someone...
Except that I've never expressed any sort of desire to hurt Kamimura or Suno.
Whoa, hold on. Not true.
Yeah,
Stab Okazaki
definitely
option
not
one.
true. You and Manami got into a huge fight just a few days ago. I was there.
Yeah, me too.
And you've got a track record. Wada's ribs are proof enough of that.
But would she really have
You have
killed
short
Suno for
phobia.
something
You
that
totally
petty?
would.
I mean, if she killed Suno strictly for personal reasons, it would kind of make sense why Suno's room was totally trashed. Maybe Okazaki just hated her.
If she needed a sacrifice to scare us off investigating with the traps in place, it makes sense that she would pick someone she hates. And if she hates Suno, it makes sense that she would trash her room when given the opportunity.
Why you always
But I've been
lie.
helping for the entire investigation and trial. Why would I help you convict me? I participated
everyone's
fully
been doing
in the
that.
investigation. I willingly offered up information about the chemistry lab.
Hey, here's a question. Why the hell were you investigating the computer lab? That was after Suno died, right? So we'd all agreed to not go into any new rooms? Why were you going against that?
Because it was clearly safe to investigate. Wada was already in there. None of these arguments hold any water. My alibi is still perfectly viable. This doesn't make any sense as
How
an
could
accusation.
anyone hate Suno? I
Can you
know,
open your
right?
coat, then?
Yeah. Open your
Sorry?
coat.
Your
open
coat.
your coat,
Can you open
Okazaki.
it?
I'd rather not. It's still fairly cold.
Hanano, open your coat.
Okazaki's gonna run.
Jesus!
Oh, God.
There's the blood.
Oh, right, she got
I
stabbed.
got stabbed!
Once, and it wasn't even that deep. You're completely
Look at all
covered
the
in
blood.
blood.
Look at all the blood on the
not.
screen.
You are!
Hanano, why are you covered in blood? What did you do?
I didn't.
A body has been discovered.
What?
Thanks, there was Ethan, thank you. Sorry. That scared me a bit. I'm like, wait a second. If she just died right now.
What is she even...
Is that my cassette player?
Come. Huh? My. Look at you. All your neurons firing today, I guess.
Is this her face? Is this her face?
You finally picked up on the hints I've been laying down for, hours now?
What the hell? Who are you?
Well, I shouldn't be surprised. A band of dimwits this easy to kill.
Okazaki, you
was
fooled
bound to have
no
some problem
one.
Figuring things out without a little booze. No pun intended, of course. Con.
Is she fucking losing it?
Now, no need to get upset. Allow me to
This
dumb
is
things
so
down for you,
cute.
Boney boy. You're standing in the presence of insurmountable greatness.
Hanano!
The fox's call to a midnight moon. The streak of white in a starless,
Oh, gosh.
desolate sky.
Is she being like
the
a magical
phantom
girl?
thief of Nagoya.
Phantom... What?
What?
Are you sad? Not what you expected, right? Your first time meeting a truant supervillain, is it? I can understand why you
God, it'd be so funny if she's still not the killer.
What the actual hell are you talking about?
It's just like for some.
Kazutoshi was an unfortunate sacrifice to make, I guess. It would have been very
never mind.
interesting to watch him figure this one out. But he was a natural bump in the road when it came to taking on my true nemesis.
You can't be serious.
My, to think I would joke about something
I really hate this.
this.
Make me like her
Shut
more.
up! The rivalry on this scale is nothing to joke about. Do you know how
Who?
long how long Suno?
Oh.
Do you have any idea how long she's been
She's a superhero, so
thwarting
she's a
me?
super villain?
Boarding?
Oh, Okazaki, you're from Nagoya too? I feel like she doesn't even. We're nemesis. How could she even?
Shut up!
The nerve of her! The whole time you've been in
Why
here,
is it
she's
so
acted
cute
like
and
I don't
funny?
even exist. And then
Are you fucking serious? What are you even talking about? Nemesis? Supervillain? Are you completely fucking delusional?
I'm completely awakened. Con.
Is that why you've been messing with Wada? Just to piss off Suno?
Oh,
Well, that would
you
make
know,
sense.
You have no idea.
That would make
You know
sense.
how angry she was. She never looked
You called
at me
this?
that way
I
before.
did.
She completely loathed me. Like a nemesis is supposed to. Like she's supposed to. Like she's always been meant to. And all I had to do was rough Wada up a little. Who cares? That's child's play for the Phantom Thief of Nagoya.
This is the best whole Whiplash ever, right?
Then you're the one
I like
who's
the music
been
too.
stealing. Con. I'm amazed it took you this long to figure that out. What? Why? You mad? You want your cigar box back? Then maybe
Oh,
go
she
do
was
stuff a little
taking
better,
things
Dunkass.
too.
Con.
Dunkass. Dunkass.
Everyone's complaining about their stuff getting stolen, but this is some of the simplest, easiest, most beginner level stealing I've ever had to do. Are you serious? You guys just leave this stuff on your desks.
I was so
tragic.
mad at her earlier. Now I can't.
You're tragic.
I'm not mad
She's
anymore.
completely delusional.
I'm inspired.
I'm so sorry, Wada. I'm sorry what you had to go through.
You know what kind of an opportunity I was presented with here? Locked in a game of murder and betrayal with my lifelong nemesis, my rival. Her fate was sealed the second she decided to act like she had no clue who I was.
She didn't have a clue who you were.
No one knew
She
who you
didn't
were.
care. What are you even talking about? You seriously think she was your nemesis? Sarah didn't give a single fuck about you. She
Ooh,
only wasted
Wada.
time on something that's stupid.
It's not like she was a real superhero. That's not. You're completely insane.
I prefer the term opportunistic.
Oh my god, I cannot wait for the execution. It's gonna be so fun.
Thrilling, crafty, fancy, classy, maybe.
There is nothing classy about whatever the fuck is going on here.
You killed her over a completely fictional rivalry.
Fiction
I
is a
really-
stretch.
this-
We're not fiction, are we?
So they came out. Okay,
Yeah,
not at
it was
all.
very
Not at
real.
all.
And our rivalry, now that was very real.
Stop, please! What are you doing?
Oh,
This
Atari.
isn't real.
Atari, I'm
This
so
can't
sorry.
be real. Why are you doing this?
So Kazutoshi.
Died for nothing. That's about right. It was an easy shot, the quickest way to get to Minami.
And Minami.
Died for love, or passion, or loathing. You can
Okay,
really
but
say.
why were you
She
so
reached the
violent
natural
with-
end of her
with-
life.
with
A
Kamimura's
rivalry
death?
so torrid can only last for so long until someone ends up hurt. I guess I'm next. No?
God, we can't kill you fast enough at this point. Why the hell is she still
So it
here?
was just like
Good
that.
fucking question. She's gonna be dead in a minute anyway if we don't start wrapping this shit up.
Someone help
Let's go
Atari,
over what
right?
happened.
Halt! I have no interest in sitting through another boring, loathsome, 6-page rant about
Like,
how
no.
everyone died,
No, I don't want
or
the
what
comic book wrap-up.
motivations were, or any of that trash. If we must recap the case, I'm doing it myself.
Yes, yes.
Claire.
With pictures and a PowerPoint.
When Tarada died, it was a big eye-opener for me. Life is short, you know, which gave me an idea. Kamimura's short too. I should make him pretty.
I knew it. I knew she was short for Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm
When we
having so
started
much fun with
dropping and it
this.
became clear someone had to die, I thought, hey, now's my chance to end a long and tumultuous character arc. Here's my chance to purge Nagoya of all that is good and kind. Here's my chance to capture a win for pure, true, righteous villainy.
She's just so super.
Righteous villainy?
So I started planning. Wada helped me out a bunch by telling me about that 3D printer. Really not that hard to fix at all. I've got one at home that's pretty similar, so I'm pretty handy with the thing. They're excellent tools for prop crafting.
Right, 'cause she-
When they told me I
yeah.
would have one, I just knew I had to incorporate it somehow. What better way than to copy Hamimoto's room key? You guys got one thing 100% spot on. I swiped it when we were in the auditorium. He was standing still, everyone was distracted. It just seemed like a perfect opportunity, you know? Why pass it up? When I saw him freaking out about it, though, looking everywhere, the key and whatnot, that was just the icing on the cake. Nothing makes
You know,
me laugh like seeing
maybe
some
Okazaki should have been
sad
eating
sack
erasers.
trying to find the stuff I've already got in my
Clearly, they were doing good for her.
Shut up.
Then, all I had to do was get a good picture of the key on one of the AV room cameras, model it on a PC, and print it in the computer lab. Voila, new key. Isn't technology amazing?
We already know all of this shit. Go die already.
Sorry, so concerned for Okazaka's
It
reveal.
really didn't take too long at all, honestly, since the keys aren't all that big. I went off to work on my spike plate. Do you like it? I'm not a woodworker, but I feel like it came out pretty nicely. First spike plate, that is. This is my first time setting a trap, but it's certainly my first time making a spike plate, so it's a little embarrassing to show it off on such a big stage. It was effective,
Yours are her
though.
normal
It
kills.
just was seen in action. Seeing the life leave Tsunominami's eyes is something I would have paid for. How was it, Wada? Did she go uneasy? Quiet? Crying? Cursing my very name to the heavens above? Kun.
You. What the fuck is wrong
Wada,
with you?
stab her again!
I grabbed a knife and a saw and I headed off on my way. Dropped them off in the supply room for later. I grabbed the key on my way back upstairs. Thank God I'd taken precautions to keep Wada out of the computer lab. Otherwise, he might have gone in there and taken it. Looks like kicking someone's ribs in
The
the
hell's
computer
wrong
lab
with her?
force enough to keep them out of the computer lab for a bit.
Motomoko, I want to vote. End this shit already.
Yeah, seriously.
It
I
just
wanna
turns her
vote
off.
too.
Look at her new
After
sprite.
that, I went to the chem lab and picked up the drugs I was gonna need. That part was crazy easy. None of that stuff is really hidden or anything. It's all labeled, so I just grabbed it and went downstairs. The funny part is how easy it was to actually poison him. Thanks for that, Mai. Cooking him his own separate food made it super simple. Shh, I'm talking.
Shut the fuck up!
Once his food was spiked, all I had to do was wait.
I'm
So after
really
he ate
surprised no
breakfast, I
one's
gave him a few
punched
minutes,
her.
and I just went to his room and scooped him up like it was nothing. He was out cold. Took him
You surprised it wasn't
upstairs,
adrenaline
popped the
for her?
sweaters
You
off,
know
popped the coat
what?
off,
Yeah.
and He wasn't super out cold though, which
Well, I guess
made me a
the
little
mask-
worried. Thinking
no,
maybe they didn't
I
use it for
almost got
hypnol
it.
or was
I
it
don't
supposed
know.
to thought or something like that, but he was stirring a bit. Not my favorite. So I took a precautionary measure in the form of a little trophy.
Oh, where?
Tongue.
Where'd you put it?
Cut out his tongue.
Where'd you put it?
Cun.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
And before you ask, I am not giving it back. I've earned it for how hard I've worked today.
Where'd you put
But anyway,
it?
I cut out his tongue, and that's when he definitely woke up. It was funny though, because he only woke up for what, like a second, and then he froze up and couldn't do anything. So I just went to town, grabbed the wood knife, and started going crazy. I wanted things to look bad.
Why?
Because if I made an absolutely gory mess of him, there's no way Hasegawa would be able to investigate it, and he's smarter than all of you. So I had to make sure he was totally out of the picture. A precautionary measure.
You did all that just to fuck with Hasegawa?
Yep. I'm afraid so.
That makes
Had to be
sense.
done. I popped a few holes in him, knew what I had to do, but at this point he was bleeding pretty bad. He was already dying. I would say he was choking on his own tongue, but, you know, he was mostly just choking on blood from his tongue, which was gone. He was on his way out, so I let him finish that up, and then I was like, how can I make this worse? Which is when I got the idea to cut him open.
God. Fuck. Shut up.
So I grabbed the saw and started opening
Again,
him up. Abdomen
no
where
one's
all the good
punching her.
stuff is, so I
No
started on
one's
that,
punching her.
But it kind of seemed,
Okazaki's such the
tacky,
perfect villain.
messy. Not classy, that's for sure. And what's a phantom thief without class?
Really,
So I
this
picked
is a
up
little
the pen
past
instead.
Phantom
I even
Thief.
wrapped it up. Much classier.
Hey, let us vote already!
After that, I
Phantom
wiped the
Thieves
blood
are
off my
supposed to be
hands.
gentlemen.
Thanks, trusty black hoodie. Rebandaged
Gentlemen
them, put my coat
thieves.
back on, and snuck all the weapons back on stairs.
And
First
women.
incoming Muda's room was
And
pretty
others.
quick work. Left a knife in there too, just to spice things up a little. But then the announcement went off and I had to head back upstairs. Small bump in the road. I still had the whole saw on me after all, so I was feeling a bit nervous. But since you know I
Everyone's
wanted
just
to
in
investigate
shock.
alone, I actually got up pretty easy. I just went back downstairs and kept working. Wrote the note, left the saw in Wada's room at the gainer
Here's
desk.
how to beat hand bouncers. You had to make her bounce on beat manually.
Not a chance, but I
Oh my
wanted to
god,
make
you
it a
did
bit
it
more fun.
manually?
And what's more fun than a
Vaughn,
whole
you're
second
crazy.
mystery?
This is like
Shut
what, 15, 20 minutes?
I got around to
Film-
Suno's
doing
room,
that
I
manually?
really just
Jeez.
couldn't help myself. I knew she was never going to see it anyway, but to trash my rival's room as one final show of malice, I couldn't possibly waste the opportunity.
You destroyed her room just to... You...
Stab her again, Wada!
You mad? You look pretty mad. What are you gonna do?
Stab me?
I took everything from you. You're just a sad little loser left behind with nothing. Cry about it.
Fuck you!
When the second to nothing played, my job was done. That meant my mission was a success. Both of them were
Holy
dead,
yap.
everything was right where it needed to be, and I was off the hook. For the record, the Rehypnol, right here, this pocket. You guys never even wondered where the bottle went. There's no way you would have been able to solve this without me dropping you hints the whole time. You're all completely lackluster and incompetent.
You fucking
Masanari!
Let go of me!
It's okay, it'd be the third kill. You can totally
He wants
disregard
to
it.
hit me. Can you even reach all the way up here? Well,
Come on.
well,
Come on, let the execution just...
What the fuck is the matter with you? Ken! Are you fucking serious?
Ken did it! I was like, is this gonna be like a Murder on the Orient Express kind of moment where everyone just stabs her?
This was all over your stupid supervillain roleplay? You killed 2 people over this shit? Are you
Get her,
kidding?
Ken! Get her!
Well,
Punch her again!
You should feel honored to have landed a blow on the face of...
Just let us vote! I'm sick of listening to this shit!
We will now begin the voting process.
Yes, Key.
You'll be prompted to select the student that you believe is guilty of murdering Kamimura Kazutoshi and Suno Manami.
Why will you do this?
Caesar her now.
No, I trusted you. You weren't like this.
Sorry, boss. I was. I've been like this from the start. I'm sorry I couldn't tell you that. Really.
How could you do this to me?
It had to be done. You'll understand one day. I'm sure of it.
I won't. I'll never understand.
After all of the votes have been cast, the execution will commence.
You will. Truly, you will. You should be smart enough. If we had more time, I think it could have shown you the light. I think it could have shown you things you'd never even dream of.
I'm sorry, a
You'd
villain's
have been
AU with
psychic,
them?
Nishi. If only you could see the light of villainy.
Please press your buttons now.
I would never do the second twisted shit you did.
Tari's having a bad... Who's not having a bad day?
You. I hate you.
You hate me? No, that can't be right.
Okazaki, what did you
Because I
think?
died, you get to live, right? Surely you can appreciate that at the very least.
Don't try and act like you did shit for her.
No, Okazaki, no.
Don't try and spin this like some noble fucking sacrifice.
Doomed
You
Yuri.
did this shit because you're completely
This Yuri
fucking
didn't even get off the
delusional.
ground and it's doomed
You
already.
did this shit for yourself. This has nothing to do with her. Don't drag her into it.
The oofest of oof.
Thank you for voting. Your votes are currently being tallied and will be shared with the class shortly.
Well, I suppose that's a perspective I can appreciate. I think I can
How are they
probably
gonna do it?
guess
Oh, I'm
where the votes are leaning.
I'm so curious about this.
Fucking talking.
There was
The
never
class
any
has
Yuri.
voted for Okazaki Hanano,
Yeah.
the ultimate mask artisan, to be executed. This conclusion was correct. As a result, Okazaki Hanano will be punished with death.
I've been waiting to hear that for so long.
Shut up.
I can't wait to see what it is.
I know, me too. I'm
Vile
so
death truly
excited.
befitting a phantom thief. It's going to be incredible.
Shut up!
But I still have so many things left to say, and so little time left. I feel wrong to leave without giving each of you a proper goodbye.
Kill her already.
Well, if we don't have time to say goodbye to each and every one of you, at least let me say this.
Kill her.
Nishi, in our next life, we'll be foxes, okay?
If there are no further interruptions...
Wait,
to
why was that
speak
cute?
of,
In that life,
That was like
and
cute.
in the next life too. I will follow your flame.
It's punishment time.
Okay, let's see.
Dr. Yonakura Haruka, Session 1, Log 65. I can't...
Wait,
I
what?
don't even know where to start.
Wait, is it this bad?
The embarrassment. That was
Oh,
the show I
okay.
just watched.
You're embarrassed.
There were no words.
Good, I'm glad you've embarrassed
The
me.
crime itself was particularly grisly this time around, but The trial is just a mockery. It was a mockery of everything this killing game has built up and everything it stands for.
I'm sorry. Does she think there's, like, honor in this killing game? Your Wi-Fi's fucked up? Oh no.
Truly. Beyond that, earlier this afternoon, Student 9 kidnapped Student 4 and tortured him to death. Later on in the day, Student 11 walked into a trap that has been set up by Student 9 and died right in front of Student 6. Frankly, the entire thing was fairly crafty, but when it came to the actual trial, you may completely...
Yeah, Ime?
Student 9 completely blew out the handle. She made a complete fool of herself, rambled complete nonsense, scared her fellow classmates, and then got carted off to the execution chamber.
Okay. Let's see.
Dr. Khan had fun with this one, I think. Pulling students with particularly unique talents for execution always seems to spark his interest. I know he was disappointed that he didn't get to execute Student 11, but I warned him as much. She didn't seem like the type to crack.
He
I
thought
told him that at some
Suno would
point
kill.
he was
Oh,
probably
okay,
going
I
to be
did too.
executing Student 9. And here we are. He'd been planning this one for a while, so why don't I just dive right in?
Alright. I know, I don't know who
Nice
Yume is
touch.
either.
Student 9
wait,
was
gold?
strapped to a metal post and had her face mask removed.
Okay.
Dr. Kitamuro then attached a ceramic cast to her head that covered the student's face, ears, and front of her neck. Student 9's head was kept strapped back against the metal post during this time.
Oh, I know what they
Student 9
did.
secured, a
They
drip
poured it
fixed
in.
into the top of the post began gradually filling the ceramic cast with molten gold. Molten gold?
Also, those are
Actual
expensive.
gold? Who okayed that? How did that get through budget?
Yeah.
This entire project had already been an absolutely massive money.
That's,
How the hell are we?
from Game of Thrones. That would
Fill
suck.
the ceramic cast with molten gold.
I know that's
This
being very.
inflicted catastrophic burning on Student 9's face.
Yeah.
The gold soon began filling her mouth and nose as well, blocking off her ability to breathe and causing further internal
I would
bleeding.
feel
By the
worse
time the entire cast was
if she
filled
didn't
and
do all
set,
the stuff to come in
Student
her.
9 had already passed. The cast was removed, leaving the golden mask fused to her face. He thinks he's real clever for that one, I bet. Frankly,
The
I'm
way
not
I
that
would
impressed.
roast Khan, be like,
I get what he was going
read
for,
in a book
but
already.
Come on.
Whatevs.
Gave the mask maker a mask. Big surprise. Quite frankly, Dr. Khan is starting to seriously get under my nerves. He's repeatedly made attempts to go completely over my head.
Ding
He's
dong, the witch
directly
is
going
dead.
against my orders in regards to the rabbit, not to mention the incident with Student 5. It's like he doesn't understand that regardless of his position amongst the others, I'm his boss. At the very least, we're finally going to save money on a motive. The next one isn't nearly as expensive.
Wait, what?
If anything, it's going to take some of the cost off our overhead.
The next motive?
We've almost drained the entire budget at this point.
It's gonna be the food one, isn't
It's time
it?
to start cutting costs where we can. Perhaps I'll have a talk with Dr. Khan about
Oh, it's still gonna be
reducing
the take away their
theatrics of his
food.
executions. Molten gold. God, he can't be serious. Lovely. Monomoko's come back for another visit. Well, unfortunately, I have to take this.
Oh no, your
So
budget.
what matters here? Dr. Yonekura Haruka. Session
We can't have an
1,
oh god, I would
165.
love the season finale as Dr. Khan's execution.
Monomoko.
Monomoko!
You decided to stop by.
I did.
They're dark, they got more
I wanted
black
to raise a
spots.
concern regarding today's trial.
Believe me, you're not
What
the
if it's
only
like
one.
lights out?
I've got plenty of concerns regarding today's
Like,
trial.
hey guys.
Go on.
Get no
The
electricity
students
at all.
utilized the body discovery announcement in their deductions today. They were not meant to do that.
Utilized it how?
They were able to instantly exonerate 2 students that would have otherwise been extremely suspicious, as those students had already triggered the body discovery announcements, and thus could not have been the Blackened. I think we need to modify the way the body discovery announcement works.
And how would you suggest we modify it?
I believe multiple students should be required to trigger the announcement.
Blessing Okazaki's theme over the
It should
speakers is
only
funny.
play after a certain number of students
Fine,
have
Con gets
discovered
that.
the
Con
body.
gets that.
All right, but then what's stopping them from delaying the investigation with that knowledge? They could have one student discover the body, then just bar anyone else from looking at it until they had finished investigating the school thoroughly. Then all they need to do is look at the body and the actual timer would start.
That does seem like a viable exploit.
I suppose we could just
I know what I'm
change the
saying.
rule
If it's a
without
blackout
telling them
and
we
somebody
changed the
dies
rule.
in like the
That may
auditorium
be
with
our best
everyone in
bet.
the room,
Anything else?
and nobody knows.
Yes, actually. In regards to the motive, I wasn't sure when to disable it.
What do you mean?
The air conditioning system in the school was highly audible. If I had disabled it as soon as Student 4 died, like I was meant to, the students would have known immediately that something was wrong, putting the blackened at an unfair disadvantage.
So, what did you do instead?
I opted to disable
movie,
the air
Hiroki
conditioner
used to give
just
his
as
bank
Student
account to the
14
staff.
was approaching the first body,
So they get their budget
once I
back.
was sure that he would discover it. In the future, what should I do under similar circumstances?
We can handle that on a case-by-case basis. Next time, check in.
I didn't have time. Things happened rather quickly this morning.
If it's an emergency, go with your instincts. I think you did fine this time around.
Thank you.
Well, well, well. Look
Hey,
who
he's
came to
healed.
visit.
He's healed up.
Seki,
His eye
glad
healed
to
up.
see you're recovering well.
Recovering? I've been fine. I don't know what you mean. What about you? Recovering from Student 8?
I was left undamaged by Student 8's outburst.
You certainly look better, though, huh?
What?
I barely even recognize you.
It's a natural transition.
Forgive me, then. I don't exactly know what's considered natural for you.
Forgiven. I'd best be going, though. I'd like to monitor the post-trial conversation.
Please do. Keep in touch, Monomoko.
Wait, so
Of
there's
course.
5 chapters, right?
So how are
there's
you
just
holding
2
up?
left?
I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be?
What? Because, I mean, Student 9.
What about her?
You executed your own
Oh my
kid.
god! Wait.
Doesn't that, I don't know, hurt?
It doesn't. Yume was a participant in the killing game. That's all that mattered. She chose to kill someone, and she met the consequences of that.
Explains the crazy.
Frankly, if anything, I'm just embarrassed that she made such an ass out of herself on the way out.
Wait, she put her own kid in this, though?
She's your kid, though.
Seki, I don't care. You're
Okay,
a father, yes?
do we count this as worst mom?
Right, yeah, I have a daughter.
Then it makes sense you'd want me to be all broken up over this. As much as I hate to disappoint you, I'm not. My life is going to
Seki,
continue
is your kid
either
gonna be
way.
in Danganronpa?
It just has
in
one less
Tetro
burden
Blue?
now. That's it. How old is your daughter?
13.
Any special skills?
Oh, you bitch!
No.
You bitch!
Shame. I'm done here. Get back to work.
Oh my god!
I need to go
She
have
was
a
just threatening his
conversation with the
kid!
finance department.
She was just threatening his kid! Holy crap! Okay, yeah. She wins for worst mom of all the Tetro moms. Jesus!
Right.
Sick.
Well, that happened. God, where do I even... What the hell was that? I can't believe they died over something so... just... God,
Hey, Ojima,
what a
hug him.
fucking mess.
I think he needs a hug.
Frankly, I'm just impressed you managed to stick around through all that. We didn't lose you once. I thought for sure with how messed up
Reggie
the body
from Blue
was
or
and
White
everything,
Seki's daughter's
you
there.
would've-
I know, right?
Takeshi?
Okay, I'm sorry. Hiraki, hug Ojima.
I'm sorry. Just... Fuck.
Hey, whoa. Breathe.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Is there any black-haired characters? Well,
I've been trying so fucking hard
Sasaki's
to stay
gone,
grounded
so
all
no.
day.
No, Hama's there. He's black hair.
I
Oh, you
didn't
meant in the
leave you
blue
alone
or
with
blue or
that
white.
shit
Got
again.
it. For Seki's kid.
Takeshi.
I've been trying really, really hard.
I'm okay. See? Look at me. I'm okay. You did a good job. I'm all right.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. God. Fuck. I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here.
You can go, okay?
Did I say about Okazaki didn't talk about her childhood during the interview? Oh, you're right.
You can go. Do what you need to do.
I don't want to leave you behind, though.
Takeshi, I'm okay. Give yourself a break, all right?
Hiraki, hug him.
Go. You can go. I'm going to talk to Wada, okay? Just stay here.
Oh, Light's character said their hair dyed, yeah. Fake!
Takeshi?
Hi!
All right. I'll be back soon.
Aww. You don't have official signs for we don't have official signs for blue or white cast? Ah, gotcha.
Hayashi?
Suno, how are you so short right now?
What the hell do you want?
I figured I'd find you back in here.
Not Suno, Tamba. Oh my god,
Where's
I'm gonna call
Yanagi?
everyone
No,
Suno
don't
aside
care.
from
He
Suno.
can be wherever the hell he wants. I'm done with him.
What? You don't mean that.
No! No, undivorced right now, please.
I'm sorry for what I said.
Whatever.
No, really. I mean it. I'm sorry. I was cold and I was stressed and I was looking for someone to blame for everything because I don't know. I feel like I have no control in here. Everything just happens. And there's nothing I can do about it. Not even when it comes to keeping myself alive.
No
Asuka was
divorce
right.
arc.
Without you
No.
watching my back, I have nothing. Nobody likes
In fact, let's
me.
have another party.
Not
A
smart,
wedding party. An
not
engagement
strong.
party.
I'm nothing. I think I'd probably be dead now if it wasn't for you. You're strong and you're brave and you really scared everyone when you got taken away by Monomoko like that. I'm sorry for hurting you.
No Doom
I'm
Straits. We
sorry
got
for
Doomed
saying
Yuri and Doomed Yaoi already.
Hurt you.
Equality.
Just to hurt you.
Everyone gets one doomed.
I just miss you.
Oh no, don't cry, Tamba.
Really,
Just want to like pet her.
God, fuck. You're lucky I promised to protect your ass. Now I have to forgive you.
You don't mind. If you don't want to forgive me, you don't have to.
Tamba. I forgive you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Come here.
Everyone's crying.
Thank you so much.
Is that like what the casting calls?
So scared.
For the Tetris
Yeah,
things
yeah,
is? It's
shut
just,
up.
hey, this is the character, their pitch of their voice. Can you cry for 20 minutes? And that's how everyone gets hired? or cast? Really pet me.
Hey.
This looks like
Wada,
Mort from
I know you're in there.
Madagascar.
Open.
No.
What do you want, Nakamigawa?
Come on.
Huh?
We're going to Suno's room. Come on.
What? But you said...
Come on.
Okay.
Tavis are crying as hell. Tetra actors are
They
decided.
really made a mess of this place.
Okay, so I'm not really...
Yeah,
I don't know,
Hiraki.
good at
I'm
this,
really
I
happy
guess,
you're apologizing
but,
and being a good person.
I had some
Don't be
stuff
friends
I
with
wanted
Wada.
to say to you, so,
Doesn't feel safe.
Bye, Suno. I'm sorry that I never
How long left the
thanked
stream?
you for-
Until the chapter's done.
I mean,
And then
you
I was going
know,
to talk a little bit about
fixing my
the
nose.
Council Antebellum.
Or my mouth, or letting me hit up the med bay whenever I needed you, and, you know, everything. You probably did a lot more than I remember, or than I even knew, so just for everything, thank you. You did a lot for everyone here, so I think we're gonna be a lot worse off without you. I think the world's gonna be a lot worse off without you.
Aww.
Yanagi's gonna take over the med bay now.
This is sweet.
I think. I'm glad you taught him everything you knew, cause, God, we'd be screwed without that. Takeshi and Hayashi are probably gonna start handling the cooking from now on. You left behind a lot of responsibilities.
Oh, Yanagi's
I'm sorry,
been
put you
upgraded from
through so
nurse
much
to
work.
doctor now, huh?
I'm sorry for making it seem like I didn't care about you.
Suno? I'm really gonna miss you.
Oh, who's gonna take care of the bodies?
I'm sorry for stressing you out all the time. And
So is chapter
making me
4
worry
just
about
Ken
me
just like
and
not being
not
okay?
being able to take care of myself very well.
Like I feel
after
Wada can recover maybe, kind of, and Hama recovered relatively
not
okay-ish.
Closing my eyes.
I don't feel Ken is.
I love you.
We're going to take good care of everything you left behind. I promise. Hey, here.
Huh?
Shut up. Just take it.
Did you make me new clothes?
Don't get all sentimental about it. I've been making them for a while.
Ken Crush era?
You
Yeah,
just-
that's what I'm thinking.
You dress like an idiot, and it's offensive to my eyes.
Wait, God, I hope you get new Wada sprites with
that
new
why you were
clothes.
drawing me?
You saw that?
When I investigated the dorms, yeah.
Oh gosh,
thought
Wakari
you just
too,
wanted to
yeah.
kill me.
Wakari's gonna
No, I was just brainstorming.
not be. Oh gosh.
These are so soft.
Yeah, well, that seemed like a priority for you. So
You made these just for me?
God, stop looking at me like that. I
why
just
he
wanted
drew
you to
him?
have some nice clothes for once.
This is
Besides,
so cute.
You dress like you don't like yourself. I just, this is so annoying. You should take better care of yourself and have more confidence in yourself. And I think now's a good time to give it to you, cause
I love this.
you need to be strong now.
Yeah, I feel like Wada's safe.
Suno
Wada
being
is so safe.
Gone.
Wada's in survival section.
Get off me! God!
Thank you.
Whatever. Just.
I can really just have
I
these?
love how much Hiraki hates hugs. This is so
I
cute.
don't have to pay you or anything. I don't have a lot.
It's fine. Actually, now that you mention it,
have him do your laundry.
I'm charging you one thing.
Yeah?
Please, I am begging you. Let me cut your hair.
Uh-huh.
It's
What?
messy and overgrown, and you don't take any care
Buzz
of
cut.
it.
Buzz cut
Let
his
me
hair.
Cut your hair. I promise it'll
I'm
be
kidding.
good.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
Promise.
Please. It's so cute.
Yeah, sure. I think it's a good time for a change, actually.
Wait, is he really?
Perfect.
Is he
Come
really
on,
gonna get
What?
Come on,
a
come on,
sprite
come on.
change?
Let me show you my sketches.
No, I'm in the middle of drawing a Wada photo. Do not. Oh, fine.
Ken? You home?
Give him a ponytail. Hiraki shaves
Well,
Wada bald.
If you don't want to let me in, that's okay. But I just wanted to check on you.
No, not bald Wada.
I'm sorry that you lost somebody you care about. I lost somebody I care about too. So
Just
so
'cause
I
of the
get
Hoge?
it,
No.
kind of. And I know that when you're in here, it can be scary to be alone. I mean,
Yeah, that's his plot armor.
So, if you need someone to talk to about being alone or about Toshi or anything, I'm here, okay? You know where to find me. You can come hang out with Hama and I, if you just want to come hang out. You don't even have to talk, just if you need to be
bowl
with
cut?
people, we've got you. I'll leave you alone.
Wait, now I want to draw like a paper doll.
Good night, Ken.
Like bald Wada, and I'll just like drag different layers of hairs over him so I can just like choose which one I like better. Hey, that's it. Cool. So, let me just clear out of that and I don't know, put something else up there instead. I feel less sad, thankfully. I think Okazaki was kind of funny. Not the Rintaro. Her mom treatment. No. Oh god, right. I forgot how much I hate his hair. That's chapter 3. You know, I mean, as obvious. Was that Cocomelon? God, I hope not. I don't think my YouTube is just me Cocomelon. The first episode, chapter 4. But I think I want to keep it all contained and contain things. You look into my reactions. I felt so bad. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I was so cheery. The music was so fun, and the sprite was so fun, and it was so much fun. And it really took away, thankfully, from, you know, how gruesome Kamimura's death was, and Tsuno being gone. Avery! Oh, Avery, no! Finally, it was poisoned. Again, next chapter, if Tomba gets poisoned, I feel she's gonna be really happy, but sad that she gets dead. You know, it's like, oh ha, finally! There was Cocomelon? God, no! YouTube, what are you doing to me? I swear it's not. I do not watch Cocomelon. Life's too short, Kamimura is short too. And he's even shorter now. Sorry, that was also very, very uncalled for me. Tama better get poisoned. I know, the next death body's coming out, it better be Tama being poisoned. Should pop off just before dying. Ready for chapter? That was chapter 3. Chapter 4 will be next week, and I'm back to being scared again. A little off the top, yeah. First episode, chapter 4 is Trial 4 is Cocomelon? Oh god. Tama coughing up blood, finally. Right. It's like, knew it! It was poison! Oh. Yeah, so let me go pull up my former predictions and see just how bad this is now for what I guessed. Okay, so I can't believe past me thought Tsuno would kill Wada. Like clearly it was never gonna happen. And my survivor list is only down 1, actually. Just don't have Okazaki anymore on the surviving list anymore. Not gonna be my chapter 5 is completely not possible. So I had for chapter 4, I had Yanagi killing Harada. So I guess Yanagi still could be a murderer. Crazy that I thought Okazaki would survive. I thought it was gonna be a trick. I thought they just looked so like suspicious. I'm like, nah, she's gonna live. I'm wrong. This is the AU where she was the second killer. Totally. Okazaki's a really silly wow, okay, damn. So what? All I have right so far is just Chiba dying in chapter 2? I mean, I guess Isuno dying in chapter 1, but I had her as a blackened and not a victim. Yeah, okay, so this is not... it's a silly concept. Yeah, so this is definitely off now. So I guess I guess this could still happen. Tamba, poison Hama. You're not even never do something like that with this. All I thought was that he was not going to kill a girl. And I feel it's probably still applicable. If he's going to murder anyone, it's probably not going to be a girl. Also, there being 2 victims, chapter 2. You know, I said it was going to be 2 short people in chapter 2. The people part was wrong. But I did get 2 short ones in chapter 2. So, yeah. This chapter made you very conflicted. You can't take this anymore. Leave Best Boy Hama alone. I know. Chapter 5 looks kind of... Yeah, they could ghost fight. They can absolutely, you know, in the afterlife, Kamimura gets back as Sasaki somehow for some good reason. Yeah, I really want to move Wada into Survivor. Here, take Okazaki's place, Wada, please. Yeah, so... Hamasu cool to die in the first place? Look, chapter 4 is gonna be super dangerous for him and Mai. If we're going by Danganronpa, standard, tropes. Buff people just aren't gonna make it, right? And, there's 2 buff people left. And if I had to choose, I'm choosing Mai. Watari and Tama trying to summoning Sasaki's ghost. Just fight will coming around the afterlife. It's okay if everyone soon are in Canada doing okay. And Ken, you see how you're in Survivor, Ken? We're gonna stick with that, okay? Okay, darling? Nah, there. If anything, I just want this right. I just want this right. Alright, so we'll do a mass dance where everyone to leave, and then I'm going to talk about the cancel antebellum for a second, because I want to go over my my old predictions for that, since it's like an actually complete thing. Let me put... Oh, but I don't have Discord back on here. Where is antebellum? There it is. Since this is no longer even a thing anymore. Can't survive. I want Can't Survive. Okay, so let me pull up the Discord for antebellum, and for anyone who just wants to know, doesn't want to know about the canceled antebellum, I guess. That's something we'll be talking about real quick. Let me just pull up the... where did they put it? Chat? General? I should probably plan this beforehand. It's midnight. Alright, good night, Ring. Bye. Yeah, good night, everyone. Updates? Was it updates? Yeah, it was in updates. Okay, hold on. Scrolling. Till I get to the... Alright, the death order. Okay, so again, bye! Everyone who doesn't want to hear about the... Again, not the current antebellum's out, but the canceled antebellum. Sign off, okay? And I'll see y'all next Friday for chapter 4. Okay, so... We know chapter 1 was Dracula and Maiko, which... I'm so close. I was so close, I just had to put him in there. We know chapter 2 was... These... God, wait! I was almost doing really good at at guessing this, wasn't I? Because Ichi got killed by Yui. Alright, so chapter 3 was Amelia dying, which I had her as a 5 killer. And it was Taka, well, obviously, and Taka dying, which I had him as chapter 1 killer. So, on that. You're sticking around because you're not a coward? How you change avatars? Exclamation avatar, space, and then put the character's surname for most of them. Or use that stream avatar extension little link. Alright, and then... So, chapter 3 killers. Mint? My darling, my precious baby Mint killed Amelia, which, fair, honestly. And then Alora killed Taka. Which, like, chapter 3 took out half my survivor list, which I can't believe. Chapter 3 with 2 separate murders? Yeah. So, I would have lost, God, I would have been a mess. That I'm like, oh man, these 2 characters I love so much killed the other character I love so much after the other character I love so much died. Yeah. So that would have been that death order. And then chapter 4 was Ray dying. So I had him as a chapter 3 kill. God, so literally all of them. To be fair, she tried to kill Mint. Yeah, and she wasn't a good person. Again, she burned down a hospital of, like, orphans. I don't find it at all possible to sympathize with her. She burned down, like, a hospital. Who have been executed, Mint or Alora? I'm guessing Alora because, or maybe, I don't know, maybe both. Doesn't really say. And Alora's under survivor. Oh no, Mint was. Okay, Mint was. Because Alora's still alive. Okay, so I would have lost Mint, and then Alora killed Taka, and I would have been pissed at that. So I would have not liked Alora anymore. So chapter 4, Ray dies. And Kiyoshi killed him. So it's kind of... I had those 2 at least near each other to switch, though. So... that wasn't... But also... you know what? Ray does feel like a chapter 4. But Ray dying in chapter 4, just getting murdered. That's so, like... Huh. I don't know, Ray, you deserve better than get killed by Kiyoshi. Ray was cool. Yeah, that's what I'm going over right now. I have the, I pulled up my phone, the death order. Alright, then chapter 5. Alora gets murdered by Lyra. So I had Lyra in chapter 5, which is right. Oh my god, I had everything switched. I did not do good at that. Poor Ray, though. Yeah, poor Ray. Getting killed by Kiyoshi. That's rude. I've been so upset if Kiyoshi killed me. Yeah, so the mastermind was Takiko. So, wow, I was, like, terrible on my survivors. Yeah, so Takiko was the mastermind. Mint was the traitor. Shinku survived, so yay, I got Shinku, right? I got the protagonist not getting murdered. Ismene survived. Asuga survived, and Kotaro survived. I'm surprised Kotaro survived. I really am. I think... God, he must have probably would have gone through a crazy story arc. Because what? He murdered me, right? That was a whole joke where I was like, oh man, stop murdering me. Stop murdering me, cute little sheep boy. I know, Mint is a traitor's... Well, I guess, like, Sakura was a traitor in Danganronpa 1, so I guess it kind of makes sense. And then Chiaki was a traitor in 2, in the reverse traitorness thing. So, like, being a traitor is not, like, the worst thing. But Mint dying... My baby Mint. And I mean, it's like... Shinku would have survived this. There's no way. Shinku's traumatized beyond belief. You notice in the prologue, Takiko was sat next to a grave with AK on it? Was she standing next to that grave? Oh. Oh, wait. You know what? She does seem like she's someone who would punish criminals. Little Kinjo wannabe. The rules don't dig up graves. Yeah. So I wonder now, like, since they released this order, like, I wonder, like, how far off are they gonna, like, change things up? Like, is, like, the survivor list, which was Shinku, Izumi, Kotaro. Well, I guess Kotaro's not really a player anymore. Like, are they in danger now? Just to, like, so people don't go, like, oh, well, we know the survivor list now. I don't know. Yeah. And she's the ultimate little sister, like Akari. Yeah. And look at that. Yeah. I see a little murder in her face. What's next? Yeah, so next Friday will be chapter 4 of Tetro Pink. So we'll do the... What, up into the motive? 'Cause it's like 3.5 hours? Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, so I guess we can wrap up stream now. Do a little mass firework. Or mass dance. Mass firework. And I'll let you guys all go for the night. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I know, chapter 4. Takiko, more like Takilo. Oh yeah, and if anyone saw, they're announcing the judgments from everyone voting. Mint got voted innocent or whatever, and poor Taka got voted bad. I think it was like 70% said guilty on him. I'm like, no. Chapter 4 is always a sad chapter. Yeah. Crazy When Future Chapter 3 feel like yesterday you're on Chapter 1. I know, right? Right. Another series? Sure, yeah. What's the other series? Because I have Blades of Despair. What was the other one? I know I have something else. It was like another one that people wanted me to do. Gonna get slushy? Ooh, have fun. Nice. Yeah, bye. You're one of the people who voted him bad. You're a fool. That's fine. I knew he wasn't gonna make it out. Ellen DeGeneres himself. Like, no. No one's going to, think you're innocent. SOS? Okay. Dangan SOS. Is it a YouTube series or a game? You heard Ripley said one of the 3 was very split down the middle. It was Ismini? Oh, probably Ismini, yeah. Yeah, because Mint was like 70% innocent. Taka was 20% guilty. So I'm guessing Ismini is probably the closest to 50-50. Oh yeah, let me switch over screens. I don't have a goodbye screen though on my thing. Let's put the starting soon one, whatever. It's a YouTube one? Okay. Well, awesome. Alright, well, I'm gonna let you guys all go. You guys have a good sleep, good night for everyone who's there. Who's at nighttime. And I'll see you guys all next time. Laters! Trip to Monochrome? Alright, I'll look that up too.